Hello everyone, and welcome to the 19th session of Deep Blues, an Apocalypse World adventure. As usual, you're joined by my good friends Michael,
Hello.
Jacob,
Hey.
and Seth,
Hello.
including myself, Josie, the MC. So, some things got a bit intense last session.
Yeah, a bit.
Nothing
how would you
particular
say?
happened. Nothing particular happened. I just got really emotional.
As you do.
Yeah, as I do. I'm not ready for this session. Josie gave me a secret last night.
I want to understand that I did
was
not
a
actually
joke.
give you a secret.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure you were joking.
Anyway,
in that moment.
so, how about, Jacob? Jacob, could you tell us, like, what you were asked to do, what happened in particular?
We're supposed to kill God, I think.
Kill
think?
God, yeah.
You think?
I mean, like, I don't know what's in this thing.
Not totally sure.
Not 100%
It could
sure
be just
if
like
we
it
can
could be
even
just a
do
big
it.
prank,
But,
you know.
the
Maybe
important
they're
part-
throwing a surprise party for us.
Yeah, of course. The important part, I think, was that we did our first little session of
God,
the Sundered
don't-
Land, right?
Yeah, the Sundered Lands.
And I think y'all liked it.
I enjoyed it.
I
It was
I
pretty
enjoyed it.
fun.
I like.
Yeah, our good boy Michael made some rad sprites.
Yeah, you can see it on the
Lots of
screen.
y'all are good artists, and I appreciate everyone.
Do I have anything? I don't
someday
think I
I
have
will
anything, but
do
let
a
me
thing.
check.
That's okay. Do you think we can go ahead and start this out then?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm more than ready.
I'm not, like, physically I'm ready. Mentally, I'm not prepared. But yeah, might as well.
Alright,
I'm
then.
ready.
So, you had just stepped through essentially the door to the rest of the whole mountain, I guess.
Yeah.
And right now you're standing or let's see how this goes. So, you had stepped through the door and it immediately shut behind you.
Yeah.
Do we do highlight
did-
stuff yet, or just keep it as it was?
Yeah, let's real quick do highlights. Who knows Bug best?
One.
I have 2.
Okay, what do they mark?
I think we're gonna need hard.
Alrighty.
Okay, also mark Sharp.
And
Who
done.
knows Giuseppe best?
3.
1.
Go ahead and mark. I'm gonna say cool. Mark cool.
Also mark hot, or not hot, Sharp.
Oh no.
Cool and sharp.
Who knows Rusty best?
3.
1.
Mark hot.
Mark hot.
Mark Sharp.
Hot and sharp. I'm not ready. That's the first time you haven't asked me to mark weird. That doesn't bode well, Josie. So
It's fine.
hot and sharp.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
No fortune's gonna be rolled. I think you still have your bone feel, right?
I think yes, it was just, I got it, no +1s, no strings.
Right.
It's there.
Let's see. Okay, that sounds like it's the beginnings, the start complete.
The beginnings. That doesn't sound.
We
very
did
good.
it, the session's over.
Alright.
Okay. So the door had just shut behind you, and I think the very first thing y'all realize is that something is very capital N normal.
Don't like that.
Our sense of normal, or
No,
old
as in
world
like
normal?
capital words mean specific things. Like capital W weird means like psychic maelstrom weird. Capital N
It's
normal.
too weird. It's too normal. Yeah?
Yeah. So what you feel, I'm gonna ask the person who I think feels it the worst. Rusty, the psychic maelstrom is weak here. How does that feel?
That's disorientating and a little disassociative. Don't like that. Don't like that.
Is
a
it
little
like
wobbly.
is it like a physical pressure being taken off of you, or
Yes.
okay? Would
Like-
you
like
how would
looking
you
in the mirror.
characterize that?
Looking in the mirror and being like, holy shit, that's me?
Saying
don't
things in a
feel
new
right.
way. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? Hold on. Or just like having a really long, thick hair and then getting that cut off as well.
Okay, I think the rest of you feel it in a similar way, but not as like extreme as the whole ass, weirdo here does.
Yeah.
But after you kind of like get a moment to realize that this is very strange, you hear a loud voice that comes from just about everywhere, and it goes, "Who is it that walks upon our flesh? You are not the warrior we demanded to come to us. Who are you?"
I'm Rusty.
I think before Rusty says something, Lug kind of shoves a hand over his mouth. Lena.
"I know you. You are the ones I allowed inside me. You are the ones who killed our previous general. I allowed this, but I cannot allow this. You are here to kill me. I will not let you." And then nothing.
Not excited for this.
Regardless, you find yourself in an area that is pretty clearly labeled by a little sign above your heads as you walked in. It says Information Bank. And everywhere you look, there are like very tall machines, or what you think are machines. Lots of blinking lights and wires that go everywhere, every which direction. They're like tangled and strange. Some of them seem like they're gnawed on, but overall it is very quiet, very eerie, very dusty. Like, there are fans that are still working, but they are choked with dust.
Okay, going based off what we did last time, is there any dust missing in weird places?
You mean like if there's like dust of figures, or
Dust that has been moved.
No.
Like no, okay. Okay, because basing off what last time...
I think you mentioned to me a few times that you wanted to speak to the party about things.
Yes,
did you want
I
to do that
did.
now, or?
I did want to ask the party a few things.
I don't want to be asked anything.
I think I'll wait a little bit because things are kind of going on. I want to wait for some kind of lull, if there is a lull.
There's probably going to be plenty. Because the very first thing you realize is that this place is very large. The ceiling isn't too like high. It's maybe just like 1.5 stories tall. But like it just goes on and on. And this is where we're going to use our new this little move that we're going to use for
Ooh,
session. And
a new move.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It is called our houses twisting halls. Each layer of the House of Broken Dreams is a twisted labyrinthine world. Passing through requires a full day of exploration, mapping, and rest. But the house is not without its dangers and valuables. Use 1, food, and roll sharp. On a 10+, you choose one of the following. Learn something important or interesting about the world. Gain 2 food. Find something useful or valuable. On a 7 to 9, you choose 1, but you've also invited danger. On a miss, you gain nothing, and be prepared for the worst.
Oh boy, what a great time for Shove to be one of my weaker stats.
That's
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
Essentially, it requires, as it said, you have to explore. You have to figure out where the fuck you are, and you have to get through. And that each place takes at least a day.
Oh boy, this is gonna take a long time.
So if everyone's about ready for it, go ahead and give me sharp rolls.
As ready as I'll ever be, I guess. Well,
I guess I'll go. I'm like,
do mark experience.
I have
for
2
these.
food. If I don't get enough of those rolls, I'm dead.
Well, you can share. Like, there's nothing saying you can't give people food.
ooh.
They aren't gonna give me anything.
That's fucked up. Oof.
Hey,
Oof,
Rusty,
doof.
the good friend that would give me anything. Without question.
Not when I'm about to die.
So, starting with Rusty, what do you choose to gain? Something useful or valuable could be just about anything. It could simply be something valuable that you could sell, or it could also be like a piece of equipment.
I'm gonna say learn something important or interesting about the world.
Okay. I think as y'all are looking around, you find a row of desks. It's like, imagine how open floor plans in offices?
Yeah.
It's like that, but like 5 desks. Like somebody was trying real hard to make it look like an office, and it definitely isn't.
Oh.
But you find, I think, a few small documents that haven't like been so utterly, covered in dust that they're useless. And I think on one of them you find something a little weird.
Okay.
It says it says God, but like all capital letters with a period in between. It says God debrief. We must allow the new wave to make the same mistakes. We must allow them to war, to fight, to kill, to genocide, to famine, or else they will be nothing like us. And will that truly be humanity? What do you gain, Bug?
Food.
Okay, you get 2 food. I'll say that there's no like upper carrying capacity, like at this point, I suppose. What is it that you find that is those 2 food though?
Some very strange chunky soup in these weird metal kinds of bottles. They're cans.
Okay,
It's
you find
cans.
Campbell's chunky soup.
No, it's
find
just
two-
cans of food, regular
No,
food.
you find 2 Campbell's chunky noodle soup.
I was
I don't
making
know
a
they're
joke, but
Campbell's
you've done
because
this to
the
me.
labels have been probably rubbed off really hard, but they are Campbell's chunky noodle soup. They are Paul Blart in a can.
Can I get an extra food because of this?
No.
We're all laughing, well, but I'm gonna be here dying in a second, so.
And poor Jacob does not find a thing.
How much
Oh, no.
harm do I take?
Well, something's going to happen.
Oh no.
Yeah, we all rolled bad, more or less.
While you're all
I miss
looking
my
around,
crew.
Okay. Would you say that y'all have split up, or are you all like in the relatively the same area?
I've probably walked off a little ways, still like within viewing distance of them.
It's probably a bit further.
I don't feel comfortable not in a group, so I go with one of them.
Okay. I think you've all like gone down a few staircases at this point. But one leads you a bit strangely because you see a long bunch of dust that has like kind of been swept away. Like something has dragged itself through there.
No. Which one of us sees this?
I'll say Bug.
Okay, so what I see this long trail of undiscovered dust. Is it, when you touch your computer monitor and it's just a line? Is it like the whole room is dusted, or is it just
No,
that
it's like
line?
I'll say it's like maybe a 3 or so foot across line.
Which direction?
It's going away from the stairs you were at.
I think Lug kind of ponders at it. I think he kind of steps to the side of it and kind of shimmies his way around it. And I think he kind of motions for the others to do the same if they're gonna follow.
Shit. I don't want to get separated, so I guess I'll follow. Tug and Giuseppe behind me.
Yep. I'm not taking any chances.
So you're following the dust?
Regrettably.
Yes.
Okay. You follow the dust, and it's honestly not a very long path because you turn a corner and you see 2 things. The first is a very large rectangular like machine. It looks as though it has like 8 legs to it, but 3 of the legs are missing, and it's heavily rusted. And the other thing you see is something that looks like a suit of armor that is kind of in like a vague sitting position, like leaning against the machine.
Oh no. It can't be Cub. I wish it was, but it's not going to be.
Finally find your other regular and, they try to kill us. Well,
I'm not going
First
near
thing-
it. You guys go first. That can be
First
either
things
in or out of
first.
character.
I want to show everybody the documents I got first and foremost so that they are aware of it.
Oh no.
Just say, hey, here's this kind of thing, let them read over it.
This is I don't know what to make of this stuff. This is like they want the society? Did they want the society to fall?
I don't think, now's the best time.
Yeah. Let's put it away for now. We'll discuss it later.
Alright, hey. Can I examine the room? For any specifics, anything that points out outside of, you know, the spider screen and the, suit of armor?
I think that it's mostly the same stuff. I think this area in particular has like the most dedicated like office-like space. Yeah, some little like areas that actually look more like rooms with doors in them.
Mm-hmm.
They're still very open. Something you do notice is that that line of dust specifically seems like it goes straight towards that suit of armor.
The armor, not the block?
Yes, the armor.
Where does it come from? Like, other from the
The-
armor? It's from the stairs?
No, that's like it went down the stairs, around the corner, to the armor.
And is it like... Is it perfect square corners?
No.
Okay.
It's very irregular.
Well, guess I'm just gonna carefully examine this suit of armor. I got nothing else. Unless I want to look at the giant machine. It's a little bit too tipsy and rusty for me.
You move towards the armor. Do you touch it?
No,
Like,
not
when you
yet.
examine it? Okay.
Just examining it.
It seems there's no eye holes or anything, is the weirdest part. It looks almost as though it's like completely sealed. Less like a suit of armor and more like some sort of like, I don't know, hazmat thing. It's not so much that
Is it like...
it's like a hazmat suit, it's like it's the exact size of a person. Because if it were armor, it would be much larger.
Is it anything like Linark's mech suit?
You see, I think you like get a bit closer. You look in like the joints, and I think that you recognize some of the like joint work and stuff. But other than that, it's not very like it at all.
I'm still staying afar, not risking it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. While you two are like looking at this
One
thing,
bad will
I
make
think
me
that
paranoid.
it's okay. It jostles a bit.
Hey,
You don't touch it, but it does jostle.
I'm gonna step back.
And-
Giuseppe
Okay.
puts
You
his...
step back as the head of this thing like kind of literally just falls off.
Oh.
Giuseppe like puts his hand on his...
It
On
is
his
not
big gun.
empty.
What do you mean it's not empty? No, no, no,
It
no.
seems to be full of machinery,
Oh.
mechanics, electrical stuff.
I think as it kind of falls off and Wug is a bit further back, still looking at it, I think he goes, "What the fuck did you do?"
I didn't do anything.
What?
I just looked.
There's a red light that, well, not so much a light, like a laser. A small little port on the side of the large like machine opens up, and as though like an eye, like that stares like a line of fire. That laser points towards Lug, and then Rusty, and then the machine begins to move. It
No.
jerks towards you, like scraping along the ground loudly, as though it's not so much sliding along it, but like burrowing into it.
I pull out my
Shit.
magnum and like aim it right at it to see what happens.
Holy shit. So it's coming after which one of us?
Both of you.
Both of us.
It's very large, so like if
Oh.
it's going anywhere, it's going towards both of you.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have my
shit.
magnum aimed.
I'm gonna try to get out of the fucking way of that. Jostle left, I guess. If that works.
Okay. What do you do, Lug?
I think Lug follows in suit with Rusty. He probably
Okay.
pulls out his pistol, but not aiming it.
Are you running towards Giuseppe?
Well, where else would there be to go?
Well, then good luck, because Giuseppe's now involved in this.
Oh, no.
After that first jostle, it starts to there's a horrible constant scraping and whining noise as this thing begins to pick up speed
Holy shit.
and knocks over just about anything in its way, including like smashing into certain walls. It is coming for you, and it's coming quite quick.
Shit.
Its spider-like legs are just like always pushing it along, so it's almost as though it's just like always going at you.
Wait, so is the knight connected to the box?
Nope, the knight is left behind.
Oh.
So it's going after them, not me at the moment, right?
It's going after all of you
Oh,
because you're
okay.
in their direction.
Uh,
They run past you like, look
Oh,
out,
shit.
and they're just like, what the fuck?
oh god. Okay, then I also run. I'm trying to like get a good look at it. Will I need to roll to like detect weak spots on this? What would that count as?
I think like you fire at it and it just plinks off.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Straight up, like none of your weapons seem to do just about anything to it.
Okay, then I keep running.
If you want to get away, I'd like for three of you to roll when you are the mouse.
I don't like this. I don't like this whole like rolling a lot thing. I feel like I'm dead.
In the subterfuge moves, when you're the mouse, roll plus cool. 10 plus, you escape, clean, and leave your hunter hunting. A 7 or 9, they catch you out, but only after you've led them to a place of your choosing. On a miss, your hunter catches you out, and I say where.
I love having low cool.
I'd say
It
on a
feels
7 or 9,
nice.
you could dictate whether or not you are like. I'll give you a choice there.
I love having low cool. It feels really nice. Oh, okay. I do love having low cool.
I hate that I'm the one who has the move that if I get
Okay.
12 or more, I get to do something rad. But fucking
What move is that?
The
base
advanced
3 basic
moves?
moves to advance.
Oh.
I don't think the subterfuge moves are in that.
Oh.
Okay, I missed.
Let me look the rules up again. Give me a second.
Okay, I think you run and you keep running, and it is like it's more of a marathon than it is a chase because like you're faster than it, but it's just always moving at you. And I think after like several, like I think at least like 2 hours of constant movement,
God.
That's a lot.
you're all like you're incredibly tired. And I think one of you, Giuseppe, you spot something, a door in the wall. And I think you point it out to the others, and like, I don't know, pulling some weird like energy from your body, you just kind of book it, like, you just dive right through the fucking door.
Listen, it's Giuseppe. He's got a lot of fear in his heart. It invigorates him. It energizes him. I don't doubt it. That's just Giuseppe. That's just how he is.
Fear power. I just
Lug,
assumed-
I think you make it to the door, but you realize that Rusty is just like huffing and puffing, like he's at least like several meters behind you, and that machine is just about right behind you as well. You can get through the door if you want, just on your own, but Rusty doesn't like he'll get through. If you try to help Rusty, you're gonna have to roll for it.
And that would be HX?
Sure.
Okay. I think Lug is absolutely going to help. Would this count as something under fire? With any particular
No,
move?
you just roll
helping?
HX.
Okay.
You're we'll call it like, what is it called? Assisting.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah,
guys doing
help
out there?
interfere.
Get in here.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
thank
do it.
Thank
I
you.
think
I think Lug.
yeah. How do you help him?
I think Lug is only a few meters ahead. I think he does a dead stop with Rusty. Rusty still is kind of moving to where Rusty kind of catches up and overpasses him a little. And I think by then Lug kind of like does a running start where he crouches down, gets between Rusty's legs, and butts up immediately to get him on his shoulders.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah. All right, yeah, you are taken through that door, and you all kind of like fall in a big dumb heap. I think Giuseppe, were you probably like standing by the door, like, come on?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd
Get
run
in
you over.
here. Oh.
You're all-
Thank you, Lug.
I think you're all incredibly tired.
Why the fuck are you so heavy?
I don't
I
know.
got all these knives and metal on me.
You guys been needing
And
to.
the eggs
And
2 pounds.
and in him, and in him too. All
You
right,
guys gotta eat.
so
Guys gotta like eat less of lost and found's food.
It's really good, okay?
I'm a warrior seeking peace and an end to bloodshed. I am on a pilgrimage across the burning land to the House of Broken Dreams in the distant skyward forest. My pilgrimage has brought me to Bria, inhabited by monsters who dress in human skins. My goal is to pass safely through and continue my pilgrimage. I have passed through the previous world and into this one. I have gone from a place of blinking light and patrolling guardians to a place of sweltering heat, a place of forges and creation, of blacksmiths and I don't know what. What is my name?
Belkin.
What was I previously before I came here?
Blacksmith.
I came here because, well, I'm not sure why. I feel like I was called, but that's stupid. I left those beliefs behind a long time ago. Am I safe?
For
For
now.
now.
Then I continue on. I'm tired from running away from all these guardians, but it seems like there's none of them here, and I'm very thankful for that. I watch molten material being poured and shaped by some sort of automated machinery. And I feel the waves of heat over me like a long lost friend. Am I being followed?
Yes.
Do I know what is following me?
No.
I try to be careful as I continue on, covering up any tracks that I make, but the floor is some sort of featureless concrete, so if I'm leaving tracks, I don't know it. I come upon something that belches out cold air, and it is nice to feel such cold air in this area, but I don't know if that should be here. I don't know of any method of foraging that requires that. I see things like move around on hooks and clamps, being moved this way and there, all above my head. There are guns and knives and machinery pieces and piping. There is something I don't want to see that is being moved along those hooks. What is it?
Meat.
I realize that I'm not necessarily being followed, but there's something living stuck upon one of those hooks. Do I see what put it there?
Yes.
What is it?
Itself.
Something has taken the form of this person. I can't tell, but what I do know is that it is a killer. Does it come for me?
No.
What is it doing?
Watching.
Is it on the hooks as well, or is it on the floor with me?
Up high, not on the hooks.
I call out to it. I don't know what you are or why you are following me, but you will not find me an easy mark. Does it respond?
No.
Just watches me. I don't know if it'll attack me, but I do know that I need to leave here as fast as I can. So I continue. I keep walking, but this place isn't... It feels like it defies space. I don't know that somewhere this big should be this big. What kills me?
Fatigue from the cold. Frostbite.
I don't think it's that cold here. Would you say the heat?
I guess the heat then. I wasn't sure like which
Okay.
was more prominent.
I am used to the sweltering heat of a forge, but not like this. Before long, I have gone through every part of my water and more, and I am left barely breathing in a small pile, something watching over me. You have come through a door in a big dumb pile, and there is a nice sign telling you where you are at. It says manufactory.
Oh boy.
It's very warm here. There's just a constant din of like metal hitting metal, machinery and pouring and pressing and just all manner of machinery sounds. What do you do?
Oh boy, I shouldn't have said fatigue.
Hey, is the egg reacting to this room? I know you said that the World Psychic Maelstrom is not as present, but is the egg reacting at all?
I think that you might have like forgot a little bit to check on the egg, so now that you've checked on the egg, it feels limp. Like it usually feels like it has some sort of firmness to it. Like it has it's keeping itself together, but it feels almost like it's oozing itself. It's weird.
It's a deflated dodgeball now.
Yeah, pretty much, except that it still has the same like mass and weight and dimensions. It's like, imagine if you took like I don't know, like a dodgeball, and then somehow that dodgeball could still like, I don't know, bend and be weak. It's like all the air's out of it, but it still has air in it. It's very
It's still round, but
right.
It's Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Sure, yeah, it's kind of like a Play-Doh thing.
I say we poke it and
don't
see if
like
it jiggles
this.
like Jello.
No, I slap your hand immediately.
I wasn't even doing that in character. Giuseppe doesn't want to touch that egg.
I think you're interrupted by that voice again. This new world lacks resources. Without our help, everything the warriors own will bend and break. Collapse will follow. What you are doing is wrong. Stop.
Hey,
You're
you,
wrong.
shut up.
There is no response.
I'm gonna huff.
Stupid electronic voice. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna huff again, but more towards Giuseppe.
I'm sorry. Just I'm gonna be glad to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this, but I'll be glad.
I pat his back.
I don't like being told that my efforts are futile. I'm sorry. Okay,
It's alright.
let's move on.
Is
Okay.
there anything weird about this room, or is it just a, metalwork place?
It's not so much a room. It's more like a warehouse that just goes on and on and on. Like a big, factory.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the things that you notice, I think, are that you expect it to be much warmer, but it's not. Every once in a while, there's like a complete, all the sounds just completely stop, and then creak back into happening again.
I don't like that in real life, hey. I don't like that in real life.
Is there any loose or small moving bits that don't seem really connected to anything? Anything interesting out of the ordinary?
How do you mean? Like a conveyor, or?
I suppose just something out of the ordinary, something that you wouldn't see up above.
Oh, like most of this stuff, you've never seen
Something
of this,
pocketable.
machinery. Okay. Well, you'll get something actually pocketable if you roll good. So if everybody could, use up a food and roll for Our House's Twisting Halls.
Did we use a food the first time?
You should have.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I have 0 food. Oh my god.
Executive decision, because I gained an improvement for my last sharp roll.
Well, I guess I still get something from that.
I am going to get +1 to any max stat, and I want to use that on sharp.
Okay. If you'd like, you can go ahead and level up during the session. That's totally fine.
Oh, sick.
Time is passing, and you're growing as people.
I hate
All right,
time.
you all get something, but you have invited danger. So Giuseppe, what do you choose? Okay. What is the food?
It's a brown bag filled with various cookies of various kinds. It reminds him of home.
I would ask you how the hell they're not super stale, but that's okay.
No, they're those kinds of cookies that are supposed to be stale.
They're
Oh,
crunchy.
So he
like-
doesn't know the difference.
crunchy.
No, they're just a bunch
What,
of...
no, here's what happens: is you find a package of fucking hardtack, and you don't know that they're not supposed to just be like that.
No, it's just some biscottis.
Like, I don't know how
God.
this place works.
Biscottis are
Maybe
good,
there are,
but yeah.
look, maybe there are chefs down here. Like, I don't care. I just give Giuseppe some biscuits.
Give me the cookies.
Uh,
Give him
give
the
the cookies.
biscuits.
I was trying to make-
He
Okay.
deserves
I was
it.
trying to make another home reference and it didn't work. Ah,
That's okay.
okay, I get whatever.
gained 2 food.
biscuits. Okay.
Too big.
2 plus 2 food.
Now, my good boy, Rusty. What do you
Oh.
gain?
I find information. Again,
Gosh. Okay,
I want to learn. I'm in a learning mood as Rusty.
that's fair. Let's see. Okay, you find, I think, some sort of an instructional book. Most of it's in tatters. It's one of those shitty looking work binder type things.
Yeah.
Most of it's in tatters, but you find some small stuff on kind of the general how this shit works kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
And it states a few important things that you can make out. First is that everything the manufacturer uses comes from the volcano that this facility is built on. And the second thing is that they have specifically chosen to limit the technology available to the warriors. I think that you get a little bit of a further thing that says they must not be allowed the luxury and then it stops. But that's what you get. And finally, good boy Lug.
Find someone, I mean something useful or valuable.
Okay, what do you find?
Fuck.
What are you looking for, really?
Why'd you say
Neat.
somebody?
Oh, you know. Probably neat machinery, something that looks useful, is probably moving, probably making something.
Can't believe we're
Something small
metagaming.
that makes things.
Maybe? I was hoping you would decide.
You know what you find?
What?
You find, I think, something that's off to the side. Like there's various like things in various states of completion, like lined up usually on racks. You know, cooling racks for like metal gun parts that are just laying there that you cannot touch because oof, ow, oof, owie, hot. But you find something. It's like a little, like it's like a Rubik's cube, or like those like little toys that kids have that are like a cube that you like bend or something, and
I
like
know
the
what a
parts like, come
fucking
apart.
Rubik's Cube is.
No, not a Rubik's cube. It's like you put like pictures on it, and then you like
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
yeah, you kind of unfold the cube in different ways. It's like that, but the more you fold it, the more it just kind of keeps coming, and like it's hard to figure out what the hell it is because like sometimes little tools fall out of it, and you're like, oh, what is this little tapper thing? And you realize it is a variable bullet press that just keeps getting like the more you fold or unfold it, the more like the bigger like it's able to do until you realize that it can also like be used to like press like fucking cannon shells.
Holy shit.
But it takes a long time to unravel.
Huh.
So give yourself variable bullet press.
Also,
Weird.
just a side note, I wanna clarify that Lug touched each and every individual gun part that was hot until he got to this.
I understand.
Oh, I love that.
I understand and I appreciate that.
I do too. Oh man.
I need to look for
While
something
you
cool
were
next
looking
time. I was just
around,
worried about my food.
Lug, I think when you find that, you've like kind of, done the usual like, oh, I'm gonna look over here. Wow, look at this shit, kind of thing.
Yeah, the whole child lost in a supermarket thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think while you're messing with this, just after you've like got it all back down to like normal-ish size, I'd say that Rusty approaches you.
Hell yeah, I approach you.
Why is there boss music?
He doesn't say anything, and he's got a weird expression.
Oh
Like
no.
normal.
It's like Rusty always looks kind of vaguely like
Like he's smiling all the time.
like they're yeah,
chill.
like he looks like he's trying to look like that sort of way that like someone tries to look vaguely presentable, but they're definitely not.
You think?
Right.
Wait, no. Hold on. You think Rusty does that normally?
No, I think that it's like something like that. It's like there's a tenseness about you, even though you look like relaxed. He doesn't have that.
Oh.
It's it's like kind of those like, those little things. You think there's something off about him.
Oh boy.
Is everything alright, bud? And could I use that as a reading a stitch? Or
Absolutely.
reading a person, rather?
You can read a stitch anytime it's charged, and you can say it's charged.
Oh, this is definitely charged.
Okay. You want to read a stitch or a person?
Person.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Quick question.
good.
Mhm.
Would I be able to roll 8 checks to interfere? I'm not going to. But
I'd say
could
that
I?
like if something will happen, and you'll get to roll a checks to say like you're nearby or here or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, you've read a person. What one do you choose?
What does your character intend to do?
Steal you.
Oh no.
And like it's weird to see a person being so fluid,
Wait.
but they move towards you as though like somebody splashed water at you.
Wait.
And-
Come again?
Okay, go ahead. I said it's weird to see someone move like a fluid, but it's more like they've splashed themselves at you than they move towards you. It's like, imagine like an extreme smear frame, and it's like that.
Oh boy, I regret not bringing that mop today.
I still have
And-
it.
What do you do? It looks like it's going to grab you. It's still got that same, like, relaxed expression.
What I was gonna ask was, does it have the egg?
It does not.
That does it.
I hate Rusty too.
Me too. I hate Rusty too.
This Rusty isn't 37 years old and suffering from copper poisoning. He's just like that.
Yeah, I think, actually, we'll say that the first thing you noticed about him was that his, like, limbs, or his, like, fingers aren't blue.
Holy shit, no. You went too far on that one. No, that's not me.
Light finger.
That's not my boy.
Does he still have? Does he have
Yeah,
the stump, or does he have
what do
both
you-
hands?
Does he
Yeah,
have
it's got, it does have the stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, what do you do? It's coming for you.
Ooh.
Are we nearby to notice this? Or has
Um,
Lug walked
Well,
off a little
depending
too
upon
far?
what Lug does, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Scream loudly,
Hmm.
Lug.
Well, I mean, I was planning on that, but I have. Well, obviously, I could pull out a weapon, but
Yeah.
I'm sitting here out of game, of course. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, there's dumb shit I could do here.
Yeah.
What does Lug? Let's have it be like. What does Lug think he like? What does Lug think he should do?
You
Something
say,
that looks like Rusty, but is very much not Rusty is coming.
You
at
say
him.
it's very fluid.
Yeah.
Oh no. You gonna do this?
I debated it, but no.
Okay. Alright.
And I'm by those hot gun parts, right?
Yep.
I think Lug would grab one and toss it, and he would grab another and he would toss it, and he would continue to toss at this thing.
Okay. Let's have that be lay down fire. If you make it and choose suppressive fire, it'll do what you want. Damn.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You get to choose 2 more of those.
Okay, so suppressive fire to so yeah.
To
Let's
keep it
see.
away.
Supporting fire in the sense that Lug just starts fucking screaming like, "What the fuck? What the fuck, Rusty?"
Okay.
Oh,
And the final
and-
one?
Opportune shot, inflicting harm.
Okay, so you do harm, but -1 harm. We'll say that these things would cause, like, I don't know, too hot harm. It's too damn hot.
You gave
So
me
yeah,
the old
you
spice. You gave me the old spicy keychain, Lug. How could you give your own boatmate the old spicy keychain?
Oh boy. So what happens?
Well, I'm gonna fucking look immediately over there with the commotion and what the hell, Rusty? What am I doing? Looks
Okay,
over, oh shit, and runs over.
Yeah, you'll
I look
you'll
over
look
and get like immediately confused, and then start spinning around to see like what else, if there's anything else surrounding me that I haven't noticed.
I think you both come running. Lug, what happened?
I want to say that like the ooh, I could do really cool here. I could do kind of like I want to do really fucking cool.
Go ahead.
So,
You got
okay.
a fucking 12.
Okay, the parts
for it.
the parts don't go through them. They kind of hit. They kind of sink in a bit, but then fall out. And I want to say the area around those bits kind of burns a bit. And I think there were enough if you want to say well-placed, enough shots around the mid-center that it just kind of snaps off. But it's basically this top part flying in the air. It's still moving, though. It's still kind of like animate. But it
You know what I
doesn't
think?
quite reach Lug.
I think it'd be cooler if you threw the bits in and they stayed in and they kept like boiling the parts,
Ooh.
and that's what causes it to like start to fall like apart.
Ooh, I do like
But that top half is still like floating there. You're saying?
No. It's basically the top part, the bottom part tried to fling and it kind of fell over, and the top part did get flung, but not as.
Oh, okay.
But it's still alive, kind of, if you can call this thing alive.
It's sort of divided.
Yeah, bottom half isn't
Okay,
moving.
I think it's not.
No, it's kind of fallen over limp.
Okay, but it's still like solid. It's still
Yes,
there.
It's still there.
Okay, the top. I think the top part got flung when like it was trying to do something, and it smacks against the wall like a sticky hand. And then, like before you know it, it's kind of like through some cracks in the wall.
Except he's
But
trying.
you
his
come
best,
here
except
and
he's
you
trying
see
his best to
you
not
both
throw
see.
up.
Yeah, you both come here just in time to see the. But there are still those weird legs there. They're not moving.
I don't like these legs. I never
They,
liked.
they look very familiar.
I
Rusty.
don't like Rusty's
Are they,
legs
like,
to begin with, personally.
Well, how about
Hey.
this actually? Lug, since you've rolled so damn good, the legs turn back into what this thing truly looks like. What do they look like?
You're putting me on the spot here.
Well, how about like, do they look like a liquid? Is it like something like a milky white kind of changeling type looking thing?
You know that thing from Pikmin?
Yes, the big mean scary thing.
Yeah, with the roller,
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate that thing.
that kind of thing.
Oh, fuck
Okay,
that.
so it's like a viscous, slimy fluid.
Yeah, semi-solid slime,
Right.
children's channel goop.
I think that slowly those legs kind of like lose their viscosity and just kind of spread into a big puddle.
Has Lug noticed the others there?
Do you? You can choose that for yourself.
I don't think he's noticed yet. He has his back turned.
Except he's just like looking in awe, like he is kind of holding back a little bit of puke. Just saw.
What the fuck was that? Why are my legs here?
I like that it's you that specifically talks because, you know, the fucking doppelganger.
I think Lug like turns around in like a hurried panic, and I think he throws his arm like he's throwing something, but he didn't have anything in it to throw.
I'm gonna
I
flinch
think
anyway.
you probably threw everything that was on there.
Yeah, he did the throwing motion as if he had something, but he didn't.
Where are you going? It's alright. Here, come on.
I'm gonna disgustingly walk around this, well, I guess now puddle. I fucking hate my legs. I hate Rusty's legs so much.
Okay, Giuseppe,
I'm not gonna run towards him, but I'm just gonna try to walk.
Giuseppe
backs
stays
up.
Giuseppe stays on the other side of the goo. Okay, am I seeing this? Did I see this right? Did Lug just kill Rusty? But Rusty's there.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
No, this is directed to Rusty.
Oh,
I didn't do anything. I picked up this book.
And he shows the book and waves it around a little bit.
Rusty, you really need to find a better place for all these books. You're gonna like get over encumbered soon.
What's over encumbered?
Something about like carrying too much cucumbers or something. I read in a book once.
Well, I ain't got a single cucumber.
Fair enough.
Now, look, what was that? Do you even... What just happened?
You fucking jumped me. You
Yeah.
were gonna take me somewhere.
How could it have been me if I was down there and those legs are right there?
What I want to know is where's the
Where's-
caveman?
Where's the caveman?
Giuseppe's just like looking back and forth.
You tell me.
I think before Giuseppe, before you were probably following them, right?
Yeah, I'm like staying like away from the goo as much as possible.
Right. I think from a side of this hallway, Giuseppe walks out.
But do
He's looking a little short though.
It turns out it's just Conquer.
Not that short, I don't think.
It's a Giuseppe about like hip high. Like
Yeah, it's just
Normal
Conquer.
normal
Just
proportions,
sample
but
Just sample it!
do I see this when I'm like looking around?
absolutely.
Guys, I think guys, you looking at me? Guys, hey guys, something's happening.
Sorry, I just thought of the fucking Drake
Guys, yeah, guys. He's trying to get their attention, but they're still like arguing about like what just happened.
I'm so sorry.
Guys, come on, guys.
It's funny. It's funny. I'm sorry.
Giuseppe's like starting to wave his arms.
Giuseppe, what?
I don't want to. I don't.
He's calling us. Hold
Okay,
on.
listen.
What?
I don't want to alarm you, but I'm over there, and he points in that direction. I think. Have I been drinking
as
too
y'all
much?
as y'all tear yourselves away from your argument,
I haven't been drinking, have I? I didn't bring any
This-
with me.
this small Giuseppe, it reaches out, and Giuseppe, you see that like its arms just kind of go in a very, very long, and they wrap around you two,
Oh.
and then squeeze, and you realize, oh shit,
Oh fuck.
we got.
Wait, wraps around all of
Giuseppe,
us?
you have the first action as someone who isn't surprised.
Is it around all of us?
Just you two.
Okay, so his arms are long and thin right
You
now.
say wait. I'm sorry. You say you two. Who is you two?
The two who are not
Rusty
like
and Lug.
yeah, you're arguing. You're right next to each other.
Ah.
Okay, so I'm not taking surprise. Its arms are like long and thin right now.
Yep.
Okay,
They wrapped up your friends.
let me check something. Anything notable in my inventory that I want to use? Nah. Okay. I might still have my old like Swiss Army knife. That's like a good precise knife. I want to like quickly like hop over and try to like slice that and try to slice one of the arms.
Okay.
I guess that's go aggro.
No, that's for threatening. Remember that. Let's see. We'll have seize by force, but you're trying to seize your friends.
I'm trying to like get them. I'm trying to like get them free from the monster.
Hey, quick note, Seth. I forget. Did you get a knife that was basically a knife that could get super hot? Wasn't that a thing you got?
No,
I didn't. I
he
only
got-
I got the color changing one.
Ah, damn it.
Okay, seize by. Okay, I'm gonna seize by force.
There are no color changing knives, by the way. I tried to look up Google images for them, and I couldn't find any.
Okay,
Russ
come on.
got
do-
scammed.
They're real in our hearts.
Okay, plus do hard. Don't do me wrong.
Ah,
Oh, fair
Well,
enough.
that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Choose two.
I've got some defenses on me, so I wanna take control and maybe like frighten it.
Take control and
Yeah,
frighten.
do
Okay,
the
yeah, that
impress
works.
dismay or frighten.
I think you take out that pocket knife and you're like, ah shit. I'm gonna use a fucking pocket knife to fight a weird monster. But you just kinda get in there and it has a lot of give. Like it just kind of like cuts like it's not even there. And you get through one arm and then the other arm just like flings off and there's like a very loud keening sound. You know, the sort of sound that like if you rubbed two knives together like really hard.
Yeah.
It hurts the ears real bad. It drops your friends and like just seems to I'll say that there's a grate under it and it just through that.
Okay, I certainly can't do that.
Yeah, it's very strange seeing yourself just
Are you guys okay? I'm sorry. I should have warned you about that faster.
It's fine. We kind of got distracted. What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but like that's like 2 out of 3. I'd be careful, Lug.
Lug lit real.
Let's look around the room quick.
I think by now Lug is readied. I think he's kind of forcibly apprehended one of Rusty's many knives.
Damn it.
Hey, don't just go through my pockets.
It's one of the ones that's least less cool.
Okay.
Get
It's
the
a sharpened
butter knife.
spoon.
It's the sharpened spoon. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Be
think.
careful. Don't eat with this.
Man, you could have asked to borrow one. I would have gotten you a good one.
But you don't have to search very long because you come to a wall, and that wall has a nice door in it. There's no trace of the weird doppelganger.
I hope this is a real door and not like a goo door.
It's a fucking mimic door.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait, hang on.
That's a
Hang
little
on.
too Wile E. Coyote for me.
Hang on.
Sure. Yeah.
What are we hanging on about?
Hang on, I got something for this.
Oh boy.
Got an image.
Better.
Better? What do you mean better? I'm a
Little
little
did y'all know
scared.
you were fighting Guiji the whole time.
No. Won't stop it.
Of course.
Is that the guy who made the wall mimics? I hate those.
Probably.
Oh, we've got a door and nothing too odd outside of that. It's gone. The thing's gone from our view. All we got is that
Do you
door.
move on?
First and foremost, let's get everybody together if we're not already together.
I think you're together after that.
Okay.
Man, I don't want to go through that door. I hate this place, but I don't want to go through that door.
Look at you guys. Looking at you two.
I don't want another me running around.
Yeah, I think one of me is enough for you guys. Especially since I'm definitely not that short.
I misinterpreted another for a moment.
Rusty for a moment thought you meant like there are already two lugs.
Oh no.
Somewhere there's another lug.
You don't
Yeah, do
know
y'all
that.
go through that door?
I let them go first and then come along. No, I'll lead the
I think
charge
as you
this
get close,
time.
it does open, so it is a door.
Okay, I go first this time. I've been like sitting by the back too long.
All right.
Well, I guess I'm gonna follow suit a little close. Because fuck this. This sucks.
I think Lug follows, but he has his back turned. He's kind of backing up into the door, looking behind everyone.
I think you see a pair of eyes watching you as you go through.
What the fuck?
Just seeing. If I see you but you look weird, I'm not hesitating.
He already looks weird.
More weird. Like if his
Yeah,
mask is
so-
like is triangular shaped.
There, you said I saw eyes?
You saw a pair of eyes
Where?
watching you in the distance, like between some machinery.
Guys, there's something behind us.
The door closes.
Oh no.
Let's just
I've already tugged on Giuseppe.
if we close the door behind
You're all-
us, it
you're
can't
all through
get-
the
it
door,
can't
don't you
follow
worry.
us. Let's go.
Anyway, I'm a warrior seeking peace and an end to bloodshed. I'm on a pilgrimage across the burning land to the House of Broken Dreams in the distant Skyward Forest. My pilgrimage has brought me to Yetzirah, inhabited by monsters who dress in human skins. My goal is to pass safely through and continue my pilgrimage. This place is not safe. This is possibly the worst place on this whole forsaken planet. I don't know why I didn't go with them, but I was hesitant. I was a coward. And now I'm here. The world is smoldering. Who am I?
Nessa.
My name... I remember my name. It's Nessa. It's been so long since I've talked to another person that I almost forgot. I've been here for longer than I can imagine. My clothing is falling apart, almost in tatters now, but there is food enough for me. Food enough in this place. Everywhere I go is large vats of viscous mush, presses and ovens, shaping things into familiar forms, but out of unfamiliar materials. Other bins of powders, and they're poured and sealed in plastic pouches. I've been tearing into these for the better part of, I don't know, months, years. On the other side of the room is, I think, I think it's medicine. That familiar chemical smell of aspirin and ibuprofen and so many painkillers. Bubbling and boiling mixtures near pill presses and vials for medicine. Am I falling apart?
Yes.
I've been here too long. I haven't seen someone in so long. I've seen something, but I've left that behind in the last layer. When I go to get my food today, what is different?
It's fresh.
Most food in this place is not allowed to be touched until it's at a certain point of its production, that it's cool, that it's cold. Cold meat from strange pulsing vats that every once in a while I've seen it, small little lasers cutting sections off of an ever-growing pustule. But today, it's warm. I want to feel more warmth. I'm so tired of this place. How do I die?
Madness.
I've determined that I want to be a part of this. That if I hate it so much, then I may as well use myself for its benefit. I find a way into one of the meat vats, and it takes me. Y'all enter this room
I
slowly
don't
and
like where this is going.
cautiously, but by the time the door closes, you realize that it is burning up in here. It is so hot. It's so hot that like you immediately feel like just you want to tear off your clothes. It's horrible. The straps of your packs like almost like are just if they feel horrible on your skin. You're always like beet red. Your bodies can barely take it. And you hear that voice once again. It says, "Without our nourishment, the warriors will not simply die. They will starve. Desperation will take them, and they will wither away. It will be as a famine unto them. Why are you doing this?"
I'm just gonna go ahead and walk on in. There's no point answering this voice.
I give
I won't
a
answer
I give a
back.
stare upwards, and then I lift my eye patch so I can see both my eye and my glass eye. And then I go back to looking around.
Okay. If that's all for that, would you like to roll?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
I love rolling. This whole part was made for me because I love rolling.
Nice job. Okay job.
Good job.
We're doing good.
Alright,
We're doing
well-
better than we did.
So I'm not gonna attract harm personally from the thing, correct?
Not
That's what it
personally.
is. Not personally, and it's
You have not attracted that harm.
thanks God. Let them two go first real quick.
Okay, do remember that you're using food each time you roll, so
Yeah.
I think at least a couple of you have probably run out of food.
I've got +2,
I've got
so I'm
2
good for
now.
like one more roll at least.
I think
I've
Rusty
got-
started with 4,
I've
so
got
he's working
one right
on.
now.
Yeah, you're working on 1 after this.
Yeah.
I think you should be out by. No. Both of you have got food, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
they
food.
chose +2
Right.
options.
Okay,
One of you
I'll
should.
trust y'all to keep track of that,
Okay.
so I won't ask.
I
one.
have 1 on me at the moment after this roll.
So in that case, what does Lug find?
Information.
Okay. Information about what?
Information about... Well, I guess I didn't get a good roll, so...
You
Doesn't
got enough
matter.
to get something, so.
Yeah.
How about the Linas? Or the warriors?
I think you find something in the back of, like, there's big bins full of, like, various powders, and sometimes those powders get scooped out by a machine, and, like, after one gets scooped out a whole lot, you notice a piece of paper that's sticking out of it. And you take that paper, and it's some sort of, like, memo that mentions that the same technology that goes into food production, specifically meat production, is something that is also helpful. It's sort of like the building blocks of the fabrication system, and that it is integral to the whole project in like just in general. So basically, the thing that makes the meat is something that they used kind of like for the whole thing. Giuseppe, what'd you find?
I want to find something useful or valuable.
Okay. Anything in particular you'd like to find?
Hmm.
Like a weapon, something like that, or a device of some sort.
Let's see. I haven't had to like use too much of like my main equips yet. Would be useful in this situation. Something I can throw. Maybe multiple times even. If I can get it back at least.
Do you want this to be like something that you can use to hurt people, or something that it's useful in other ways?
Something that's useful. I have a lot of weaponry on me.
Okay, I think that what you find is you find like You remember those hooks in the previous room?
Yeah.
Hanging from long, thick chains. You find that, but like here for some reason, just lying in a nice heap in a corner.
It's like a hook attached to a chain, or just the hook?
It's the hook attached to a long chain.
Okay.
It can be a weapon. It would be a 2-harm close.
Reload.
Yeah, reload. You'd have to pull it in. But if you use it, you get +1 to seize by force.
Pretty good.
Pretty nice.
Yep. So I suppose like the tags are like, 2-harm close reload, +1 seize.
Okay. I think I got that. I'm just gonna call it the hook chain, I guess. What is?
I don't know. Just call it the hook.
Meat
Okay.
hook.
Anything you'd like to call it. And finally,
Meat and
what'd you
bread,
find?
baby. Meat and bread, baby.
oh no, right, it was Rusty. What'd you find? You found food?
I found food. Meat and bread.
Just literal. Just here's meat and some bread.
Here's some meat. Here's some questionable bread.
I
It's a
mean,
little
everything's
powdery.
questionable here. Questionable meat and questionable bread.
Questionably meat. Hey, can I real quick? What's the egg doing? Is it sizzling?
It's not sizzling, but you do think it's lost some fluid to it.
Oh no.
It's not like cooking or burning, but it's like you feel like something's evaporating.
Oh no. Is it still its off pink color?
I think it's a
pinkish
little
white.
red. It's a little redder now.
It's a little even
like,
it's fucking burning up with and turning red. Jeez. If we don't get
Yeah.
out of here quick, I'm gonna have a fucking omelet.
I'm gonna say so. Beyond this, you'll pass through, I think, without getting any sort of an encounter. But for the 2 people who didn't roll perfect, take 1 harm from the heat.
That's
That's-
armor piercing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's funny considering I'm the one filled with metal.
We'll say that I don't know. You were able to keep cool somehow.
You swallowed
like
one of
a-
those like mini hand fans at some point, and somehow the heat is making it work.
Oh no.
I'm a warrior seeking peace and an end to bloodshed. I am on a pilgrimage across the burning land to the House of Broken Dreams in the distant scoured forest. My pilgrimage has brought me to Asia, inhabited by monsters who dress in human skins. The goal is to pass safely through and continue my pilgrimage. I have been here for a very short amount of time, and I'm already very tired of it. This place is like a massive maze of machinery. One long corridor that branches off into more that never seems to have an end. Or, when it does, the ends make me very angry. There is nothing here besides the machines, but sometimes I see things through small nooks, places that I can't get through because I'm too big. What is my name?
Welby.
I came here with someone else, but we've become separated. At first I was desperate to find them, but now I'm sure that, well, I don't think they're around. All I know is that if I don't find the end of this maze soon, I'm not going to think. When I pass by a particular gap in, what do I see?
The person I came here with.
At first I think it's a trick of the light, and so I ignore it, but I can't tear my eyes away for long. I go back and get a better look, pressing myself up against the wall. Are they alive?
Yes.
Are they conscious?
No.
I have nothing with me that I could break the wall down with. Am I within arm's reach?
Barely.
I nearly dislocate my shoulder trying to grab them, but I get a scruff of their shirt and pull them towards me. Are they still not awake?
No.
Is there anything close to me that I could take this wall apart with?
Yes.
What is it?
Metal bars.
I take my time and begin to try to the very long process of using the wall itself as leverage to, I don't know, try to pry it open. I'm starting to feel cold. It wasn't like this before. It's taking a long time. When I get to them, I know that I won't be able to leave this place. I know how I do. You pass into this new area, and it is freezing. Everything has a layer of frost on it. Some spots on the floor have sheer ice that nearly makes you slip. There is no moisture in the air because all of it is stuck to the various metal that's all around you. You see what you think is the end of the room, but the very tall ceiling leads you to believe that it goes on much further. You don't truly see the end of the area. You hear that voice again. To kill us is to kill the future. Our death is the death of all warriors. And it simply stops.
I'll make my own future.
So right now, I want to ask my question.
Go ahead.
Now that we've had some downtime and we're in this long hallway, I'm gonna turn to Giuseppe.
Oh no.
Giuseppe, I figured now may be the best time to kind of get this out of the way, you know? It's been kind of, I don't know, bugging me since I noticed it. Why are you acting kind of weird towards me? Like, weirder than normal. Like, at first I didn't notice it up until we got to millions. But you seem a little bit more, I don't know, freaked out than normal when I come in.
Oh boy. Yeah, oh boy.
I don't know. The feeling subsided a bit. Of course, I'm always panicky, you know that, but I don't know. Just, you don't remember it.
Yeah,
You just,
I know you're panicky, but it seems more than usual whenever I step into
yeah.
the bar.
It's about your cult thing. The people who slice, eat pennies and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're more often than normal. They've been acting like weird. There was something that you don't remember it, but I think me and Lug know it. That happened, and it's like it put me on edge. It got me worried that something could happen, and I would no longer have control of my own ship.
Hmm. Well, I spoke with Elena about it because, you know, I'm not really familiar with the millions and how they do things, and she explained things here and there, and so hopefully, you know, it'll stop being as reckless.
Mm.
I'm hoping. Sorry about all that. If I had known earlier, you know, I would have done something a little better.
It's all right. You're a good person, Rusty. You've been with you for so long. I don't know. I think your cult is good. I think it's a good family for you.
Thanks, man. That's just what I wanted to ask, cause like I said, it's been bugging me for a little bit, cause I just now kind of noticed it with the changes and all that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you want to
That's
say
one
anything, Lug?
question.
I don't think he doesn't really respond to at least to what Giuseppe says. No real response of that, at least.
Okay. Are we good to roll for the hulls?
Yep, I got
that's
it.
My one of two questions. So,
One of two? You're gonna
one
do
of
another-
two. Later.
Okay.
Oh, phew. Uh-oh, these aren't good rolls.
Well, they're okay.
You're alright.
Okay,
That's a
They're
good
alright.
one.
That's
Which is
that's
actually
a
very on
miss.
brand. So we'll say that people who didn't get good or passing take one harm from cold.
Alright, one harm.
And since Lug does have the heaviest clothing, it makes sense that he'd be able to get through it.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say is that while you're in your rest period, you notice in your valuables something that they packed for you as well, and it's medicine.
Yay.
If you want, you can use your whatever you gain to be using that medicine to heal a harm.
Oh, hey.
But you will not gain anything else.
I'm gonna hold
Yeah,
off
that's
because I
fair.
have armor in case we get into another combat.
Alrighty.
But what do I want to
But
search
regardless-
for? So I've gotten something useful. Can I go look for information this time?
I think you could.
No, you cannot. You are banned and barred from knowledge.
What kind of information are you looking for?
I've learned like more about like the island, about the Lenas and warriors, and would be useful.
Okay, how about this? You find, I think it's actually a bound book, but it's most of the pages are like destroyed by frost. One of the only pages that remains is near the back, and it has a few choice phrases. I think the first is geothermal. Funny, real quick, what's that phrase that means like, that's it, planned obsolescence?
I hate
Forever.
that shit.
What is that exactly again?
Whenever things are planned to become obsolete.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
the
in their
plan is for it to
programming
break
to start shutting down, kind of thing.
1,000 years.
Geothermal planned obsolescence 100,000 years.
1,000
1,000
years.
years. Must be useful, man. Like,
Seduce or manipulate it into being 100,000 years.
Rusty, what do you find? Were you the one who got who has 2 harm now?
No, I only have 1 harm. I
think
now
someone
took harm.
failed both of the previous rolls.
Giuseppe.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't want more information, and I don't want more food. I don't want a frozen fucking cheese steak.
Get something useful then.
I want to get you something useful, but I don't know what I'd be looking for.
Something like that.
Shit.
Well, you could always go with your mainstay and say you get a knife. A cool
You
knife.
just gotta go with melee all the time.
Cause he can't shoot a gun. The recoil
like
would kill him instantly.
Like a blow
He shot a
gun.
sniper rifle.
Get a blowgun or something.
Get a blowgun or something.
He shot a sniper rifle.
Shush. Once. It was locked into the ground, I think. No, it wasn't. That panicked man that I made panic more had it.
Do you want to find something useful?
I do want to find something useful.
Do you want to find a knife?
You sound like a parent. Do you want to go get some ice cream?
Uncle McDonald's?
Yes. That's all I got is knives. That's all my brain's going to is knives and hats right now.
Oh man,
right,
I really
TF2
regret
spy.
not buying the hat. No, oh man, I really regret not buying the hat at that stall.
Spy TF2.
Yeah, I think what you find is... It's not a knife, but it's a sliver of metal that is slightly wrapped on one end. It's not so much like an... It doesn't have a knife shape. It's more like just a thin piece of metal that's like kind of narrower on one end. And it is surrounded by a puddle of always melting, like, just always melted ice. So just like a little puddle of water, slowly steaming.
Oh, hey. Hey. I put it up against my hand. The blade part.
I feel a potential there, but more than that, you realize that it does not reflect any light. No matter which way you turn it, it always looks exactly the same.
Alright, somebody messed up on the shading here. Somebody messed up the shaders.
Do you test it out?
What do I have to test it on?
Just like stab the snow.
Well, I'm going to assume it creates warmth. I want to put it up against my hand. Well, I guess my nub.
It's not warm.
It's not warm.
It's not cold either.
I put it up against the wall.
I think you, like, the point hits the wall, and it simply passes through.
Man, somebody fucked up the collisions too, damn.
Like, it doesn't pass through. Like, there is an obvious cut, but there's no, like, weird, like, you know, I don't know, melting or hissing or anything. It just simply passes through, and the wall is cut.
What is the wall made of?
The wall's made of, like, various machinery and metal. You have a 2-harm hand knife that is armor piercing.
This sounds dangerous.
Alright, I've got that written down. Weird debug knife, got it.
Yeah, sure, debug knife. What does Lug find?
Food.
Okay, what do you find?
Ice cubes.
Do you find the frozen steak that Rusty would have found?
This
yeah,
is
the
the place.
cheesesteak.
This is where the cookies could have been preserved. I should have looked for them here.
You find a pineapple. Just a whole lot of pineapple.
What's up after this?
I think he finds like
A popsicle.
Go-gurt.
Go-gurt.
Go,
Okay, sure.
Gert.
It's very frozen, so it's hard. You're not actually sure. You don't know that it's supposed to be yogurt because it's so cold.
He just assumes it's a solid food. It's not supposed
I mean,
to be
you taste
mushy.
it and you're like, this is all right.
Lug slowly lifts up his mask and slowly tears it open and puts it in his mouth.
No, the best thing about this is that you can like just kind of eat it on the mask.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucking
Just like
good.
kind of push it up and lick it or something.
Pretty fucking good. 3 out of 5 stars. Could be better. Wish it wasn't frozen.
stew. I'm about to eat the frozen yogurt.
Fuck off. Is that the fucking California pizza video you're talking about?
Yes. I mean,
Fucking-
like, Stu does a lot of shit.
I fucking
There's
hate the
lots of
California
pizzas.
pizza video.
California pizza. Okay, so, but eventually you make it through this horrible little maze. I think at some point someone just like, hey, just follow the right wall, idiot.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Lug follows
That's
the pillar.
Alright.
He yells at Twitch chat.
But eventually you
Pogchamp.
come, essentially, it's almost like the whole room was like, it kind of literally was a maze. Because you come out the other side, like, just to a normal looking wall, except that there's a small, well, comparatively small apparatus. It's probably about 20 feet tall, a good, I don't know, 40 feet wide. And it's a large amount of, like, you know how big, like, coolers are?
Yeah.
Like a drink cooler. It's like about that big. And they all have like this sort of very frosty glass. And they're all vaguely, faintly glowing with green fluid inside.
Hey, what
and
color
each
was
of
that
them-
yogurt?
Pink.
Lug ingest radiation.
I think I forgot to say this area is named Fabrication.
Ooh.
Let's see, this is like the
What
fourth
do you
layer.
see?
This is the fourth layer? I'm trying to figure out like how many layers if we're going through the Inferno.
What you see inside of them after you brush away some of the frost is that some of them look like they're empty, but others are certainly have something in them. They contain small bodies in various stages of maturity.
Damn it, I knew it.
Mostly
knew you-
fetuses, some with small wires and tubes attached, floating there.
Didn't we see something similar to this whenever we came the first time? Or am I thinking
No, you
of
saw a
something
bunch of
else?
actual children sitting in a little, like,
Okay.
schoolroom.
Okay. Don't like this.
One that isn't. You said some aren't occupied, and these are about like the size of a cooler.
Yeah.
Are they removable?
No.
Oh.
No more bottles,
No,
no
we're
more
not taking-
coolers.
They look like they're attached to further machinery, but
No, Lug, we are not
they
taking
do
any.
not.
We are not taking any babies with us.
How many are empty?
I'll say that half of them are empty, but
Half of them empty.
like they're a bit cloudy. Like some of them are cloudy that are empty. You have the feeling they're not truly empty.
Are any of them broken?
I think some of them are shut off.
Shut off.
Those truly don't have anything in them. The green fluid is also drained from them.
Okay.
Who would construct a place like this?
Glug doesn't say anything.
No, I'm upset about the green juice. And that's how Rusty was born.
See, there's a lot Lena didn't tell. I guess there's a lot Lena didn't tell us about this place. If
As
she
they
even
said,
knew.
nobody's been down here.
Yeah, that's what I meant. If she even knew.
Do you move on? The door is like kind of almost framed by this like apparatus.
I kind of want to look a little bit further into
Yeah,
the
same.
jars that are like cloudy.
Okay.
What do I see?
I
Roll
think they're
hot.
just like they have what?
Roll hot.
No. I think they're just cloudy. I don't think you can tell by looking what is in them.
Right. Well, I guess that's it. I'm not gonna attempt to open any of these things up.
Okay. Do y'all move on to the next room?
I
It
guess
appears so.
I'm a warrior seeking peace and an end to bloodshed. Pilgrimage across the burning land to the house of broken dreams in the distant skyward forest. The pilgrimage has brought me to Malkuth, inhabited by monsters who dress in human skins. My goal is to pass safely through and continue my. But I have reached my goal. Was it a hard journey?
Yes.
Yes.
I faced many trials, but my training and everything that I've been through has brought me here. I heard the call, and I followed it. There are people here, not monsters in the shape of actual humans. They seem unconcerned, but excited. My name is Lena Ulyanova. I will not die here. You enter into a relatively small room. It's not as cold as the previous one, but it is still relatively chilly. Frost still covers lots of stuff. It looks a lot like a pretty normal lab room. It's got like apparati and computers on tables. Nothing's really out of place, but the one thing you do notice, well, you notice two things. The first is that in the middle of the room, sort of on the far wall, is a tank, similar to the ones that you just saw, but easily 3 times as large. It's covered in a lot more machinery. And in the corner of the room, on that side of the wall, is a door, and near the door is a body. What do you do?
Is the
I
body
say
alive?
I say we each check one thing. I go check the tank.
Okay, we'll do the tank last. The body is very much dead. Long dead.
I'm dead.
It is a desiccated corpse. It's a person in a white coat that hasn't been seen too much wear and tear, but is nevertheless covered in a lot of frost. It looks as though it is reaching towards that door.
Is this body recognizable?
No, it's almost mummified.
Okay.
I think Lug searches the body.
Okay. I think you find a couple things. You find like a little card that they have that has their name on it. We'll say it's Jeremy Vistine. Find some keys. On the key chain is like a little like thing that has a button, but when you press it, it doesn't do anything. Find a wallet. It's got some paper in it and some more cards. I think other than that, there's just about nothing on the body. You search Giuseppe near the tank. As you start to peer at it, it's covered in like very heavy frost. You hear that voice again. Do not take my children from me. There is nothing to gain from this. Whatever promised, it is not worth this. Leave now, and I may forgive you.
I just shake my head.
You wipe at the frost, and you kind of come to see that there's a very faint glow inside the tank, and you realize that there is a woman in the tank, floating there with her hair sort of splayed out everywhere in this viscous fluid, wires and tubes coming off of her body. It's Lena.
Just making more of them down here, aren't they?
Lug and Rusty, did you check the door?
No, I did not.
Would you like to?
Only with everybody else.
Okay, do you call Giuseppe towards you then, or?
First and foremost, I want to know what he's seen, because I haven't seen it yet.
I think like Giuseppe probably called y'all over there and was like, "Oh shit."
Hey guys, look at this sick stuff.
This
Yeah,
is
you
not
see
sick.
Lena's floating in a green vat.
It's sick as in it's disgusting. I don't like this. Hey, coupled with the meat theory that we had going on in the workshop room, don't like this. I know it has nothing to do more than likely, but still, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Hey guys, I don't like this. This
Me
isn't
neither.
great.
I've had enough
Can we
of
get out of here?
I've had enough of labs and science and technology as much as you guys, but we gotta stay. Yeah, we can't turn back now.
No, I mean like out the door.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, I think you try to move to the door, and when you push at it, well, like usually the doors just simply open, just open for you and then close behind you. This time it doesn't open, and there's a specific message that is read on a little next to it, and it says "Warrior Release Override Required," and then a small console that's next to the vat kind of lights up, and when you go check, there's a bunch of different switches. Most of them have words that you really just do not absolutely understand, but there's a couple that you do. There is one that is purge, and the other that is open. But before you can reach, you hear a voice, and you see movement. There's a thump as a hand hits the inside of that glass, and it opens its eyes, and it says, "Who? What are you?"
God, that's a damn good question right now.
The voice comes out of a speaker on that console.
Is it kind of distorted then?
Not really.
I mean, like speaker distortion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Probably further from the frost.
Well, I guess I'm gonna answer. Nobody else is answering.
Mm.
Unless you want to answer.
Sippy has like his
Hmm.
hands on like his entire bag, ready to just like grab whatever he can.
I think Lug kind of saunters on over to the tube, and I don't think he pulls out Lina's chip, but I do think he says no one in particular. Yeah, who are you?
My name is Lena Ulyanova. Why are you here?
Because you told us to. He responds simply, kind of almost in a grim way, I guess.
You're here to kill God. You're here to kill me.
You are God?
No. To kill God is to kill me.
Do you know what's going on out there?
I don't care. If there's anything happening up there, then my job is... I've done what's right. I have been asleep for a very long time. If you want to kill me, then I understand. But at the very least, let me out. I won't survive long out there, but at least I won't be in here when the end comes.
What do you guys think?
I got a question. Why would God want to have a ruler?
I think that God itself responds. Military requires hierarchy. Hierarchy requires a ruler. Rulers beget stability. Without stability, humanity will die. I have done only what is right.
Sure wasn't stable when we got here.
I think Lug says
That,
to
I think it responds
oh.
immediately. That was simply a transition. It was a test.
Why would a test cost hundreds of lives?
They can be replaced.
Yes, but you can't.
A true general will lead them to ultimate stability, ultimate expansion. A failure, as the previous general was, will only lead to chaos and death. Her death was necessary.
I think Lug asked to the Lina in the tube, where's that one coming from? Where are they? In reference
If you
to
let me
God.
out, well, no. They're not far. Just on the other side of that door.
Should we release her?
Sure.
No.
No?
Not yet, at least.
Oh. Right.
I've got a few more things.
I think she deserves better than this God. We will save her. Once we
Cannot save me. Outside of this vat, I will die.
Why are you here?
I came here. I wanted to be here. I wanted to save the world.
Did you?
What you've said, I did.
Why is God here?
It's here to make sure humanity continues. Otherwise, this was all for nothing. If you want to kill God, I can't stop you. So at the very least, grant my request.
Well, I don't see why not. I don't think Giuseppe's got any objections to that.
Not really, no.
Gonna look over the lug.
I've got one more question. This is for you and you alone. Do you think without this God, humanity can survive?
If you got here at all, then humanity's always been ready.
I think we're ready.
Shall we press the button?
What button?
To release her.
There's a lot.
The one to release her.
Okay. You press the open button,
Man.
and the lights turn out and are replaced with those harsh red emergency lights that blink on and off. And the cylinder begins to rise, letting out a flood of that green fluid that steams up into a mist that makes it very difficult to see.
I like jump for the door immediately.
Man, I'm just gonna wave the steam away from my face. Back up a little bit.
Giuseppe. Through the klaxons, you hear a loud thump, and then you feel something smack against your side, and you feel like something's been taken from you. It jumps away, and in the middle of the room, kneels and then stands up. Lena is standing there, having stolen your knife gun, and she has a mad. She looks sluggish, but she moves like very, very cat-like fast. And she says, "I don't have long. But if I can kill you quickly, I can get back in. I can save God." And then she lunges at Rusty. What do you do?
Me? Fuck. Hey, fuck. Get out my, might as well get out my fucking brand new knife, huh? No, you know what? Let's go back to that iridescent knife. That shit's sick.
Okay, what do you do?
That shit's sick. Hey, I'm gonna fucking... I guess if she's coming at me with the knife part of the gun, might as well just fucking try to dodge out of the way and slash at her instead. That would just be doing straight harm, correct? That just...
Well, you'd have to be fighting, and I think, at least for the moment, we'd call that single combat.
Single combat, so that's just
So go ahead and roll hard.
Straight hard, got it.
Darn, pretty good. Okay, so you inflict terrible harm and suffer little harm.
Yep.
Let me think. I remember Giuseppe, the knife gun was 3 harm, right?
Yeah, oh no.
Something I always wanted to change a little bit was that if you were using the knife, it would be 2 harm.
Is that
if you'd
armor
like-
penetrating, or...
I shouldn't have even gotten the knife on it.
It's
It
a
hasn't
normal.
been. I have never used the knife on it, I don't think. Maybe like once.
No, you haven't, I don't think. Okay, so, normally it would do 1 harm thanks to my armor. So, would it just be 1 harm or no harm?
If it's less than 1 harm, then it's no harm.
Yeah, okay, so we don't take any harm since...
Yeah, but there's something
Wait,
special. Real
okay.
quick. Because Lena's got a couple moves. The first being Daredevil. They get +1 armor when they jump into a fight without hedging their bets, and they're also not to be fucked with. So they just take 1 less damage because you're not a gang.
Oh, so she doesn't take any damage either!
She's also merciless, so +1 harm.
That's why she's a battle babe.
Okay, well, I took a harm!
Yep. And she's also got impossible reflexes. So since she's naked, she has 2 armor.
So I really did no harm! I did none! I did fucking nothing. Hey, I don't have anything that does more than 2 harm. What do I do?
Well, you have merciless, or the gun.
Oh yeah, I have
gun
the
marker version.
blood craze, so I
Hey.
inflict +1 harm.
Right.
Hey, quick reminder. I've got a really cool move. It's called Offner Right.
Hey, no,
What
fuck
the
you.
hell?
Like, can you please give me the
What?
advice
Listen.
of just like stabbing a hook into her head?
I am in the moment. I am being attacked head on. I have no time to think and go, hey, Lug, what should I do in this situation?
You know, a simple fucking cry for help is enough to ask for advice sometimes.
So to go through this, she would deal, I think, 4 harm. But -1 for you getting the move off, and then you have armor, right?
I have 1 armor, yes.
Okay, so that comes out to, I think, 2 harm.
Is it 2 harm?
You don't have any other moves that change that? Because she acts as a small gang, so that's 1 harm.
I got
She's
the
got
11,
merciless.
and you said that take less, suffer little harm, right?
Right.
Plus to do extra harm.
Yeah.
So
So I'm just figuring out, like, who takes how much harm. Because 2 harm knife, merciless gang. So that would be 4.
I feel like I feel like this is stacked against us.
but you did the move good, so then that makes it 3. Then you have armor, makes it 2.
Okay. Okay.
So you take 2 harm.
Shit.
She takes, let's see, you have 2 harm plus 1 for your
Blood crazed.
blood crazed, plus 1 for dealing terrible harm. But she
Okay.
has Daredevil and then is a gang. And then she has impossible reflexes. So I think she takes no harm.
No.
That's 4 damage, and we did none of it. Josie, I
We
think you
did
need to.
none of it.
Josie, I think we need to. Josie, we can't deal 5 harm. That's like
Can
half
we
a person's
respect-
life bar.
Uh,
What are you expecting of us?
Well, hey, if you can't win in straight up harm, there's probably something else you can
Wait,
yeah, like waiting it out.
do. Sure.
uh,
I mean, that's fair. She
How
did
about
say she doesn't have long.
all right. I wanna tactical coordinate real quick
Yeah.
in character.
Go.
Sure,
Go
you
for
can
it.
you can talk. Well, first let's figure out what happened. So she came at you with that knife gun.
Uh-huh.
How is, since you rolled well? Just you can tell me what happened.
Well, just gonna fucking sidestep the best I can, like, oh shit. And then in a moment, like, pull the knife out and try to cut at her. At least the hands, to get the weapon out of her hands. For anything.
Yeah, I think like it kind of becomes a bit of a jumble because you sidestep, but she follows, and then like she jumps on you and at you, and you try to stab her then, but like she moves her torso in a really weird way that like implies that she's been stabbed that kind of way a lot. And then she smashes her head against your head, which deals your two damage.
There goes the rest of my fucking teeth. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
And then she like leaps off back into the mist.
Shit.
Okay, can I set something up here? All right, so I want to say that Lug never really moved away from the goop. He just kind of stood there as it came down. So he's in front of the tube right now.
Okay.
And so how does tactical and support lay down fire? I want Lug it basically in a brilliant, hopefully in a brilliant moment
Please, sidekick butt.
screams to Giuseppe or maybe Rusty. It doesn't matter. Keep her away! And he pulls out a bomb. One of his bombs.
I'm on the ground.
Okay, I'm like right next to the door, right?
You're close to the door.
There's a reason I brought up lay down fire.
Let's see. I kind of wanted to open the door and like get into the other room fast. Maybe like lead her into there. I don't know if
I
that's a
think
good
you,
idea.
you can move towards the door, but the door seems to still not be opening.
Okay, then
It's the door itself seems to have some sort of a countdown, but you think that countdown is a little too damn long for this situation.
Okay. I think it's time to give him a little right hook.
Well, first, let's do Lug's bullshit.
Do I have to fucking spell it out? Fucking
You're throwing that bomb at them?
no.
Please.
I'm asking for a fucking help someone.
Oh.
And what Lug is trying to do is throw a bomb into that tube and shut it. Shut the tube.
You're trying to just... Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so in that case, what is Giuseppe trying to do if he's trying to help them?
Keep Lena away by like hooking her towards me.
Oh, you're trying to hook her?
Yeah, like I have a hook. Like if I can like somehow like grab her and at least like
Right,
trip
right.
her up, or even like get her like away from Lug, then that would work.
Okay.
That would be a seize
I
by
assume
force,
you're-
right?
Okay, yeah. And
Oh, you
I get
got
a bonus
that
from
+1
that.
for it. Yeah.
get a bonus.
Oh yeah.
That's +3. Let's give it a go. Oh, whoops.
/R.
It's fine.
Oofa doofa.
Holy shit! Yo!
Strong.
I wish I
Okay,
spec.
choose 3.
I don't think
Oh,
I think inflicting
jeez.
terrible. This is like. Let me check again. Okay, this is 2 harm. If I deal terrible harm, it's just 3 harm. It doesn't work. So not that.
Is the hook armor piercing?
No.
Okay.
Okay then. So yeah, ignore that. Give me a second. Just make sure I have the right thing. Okay, seize by force. So little harm, take definite control, and impress, I
Question.
guess. Impress may be
Could
interesting here.
Because I get a +1 to my roll now, right? Because helping an assisting person,
I don't understand.
the help or harm moves,
What do you?
the move where you help someone, and
That's rolling 8 checks.
oh, is it?
Yes.
Yep, you have to roll HX for that.
Mm-hmm.
If he wanted, he could roll HX, and that would be the thing he does.
What's your HX with me again?
Let's not talk about specific stats. If you think you'd help him, then you'd help him.
I have +2 with you, Wind.
It would still be a fucking 12. Cause like with my whole fucking thing, I was trying to like distract her. That was an opportunity of help.
I mean, they could also distract her in other ways.
I guess.
Yeah, you know, if you want to, you can have seized good.
Trying to like toss the hook out, connect it to something on her body, and then like pull and yank really hard to like disrupt her. Either trip her up or get her close to me.
That's fair, but do remember that there is an exchange of harm that happens here.
Yeah, I said like little harm, definite control, and impress.
Right. Let's see. Then that means. Okay. Yeah. I think. Yeah. So you. I think you get that hook definitely around. It just does that. That little. The point of that hook just somehow never seems to catch on her, but the hook itself definitely like wraps around. And like I think yanks her from the spot in the mist that you figured that she was in. I think she was definitely about to start lunging for your boy. But I think you like pull a little too much, and she moves with that pull, which kind of sends her hurtling back towards you. I think that like straight up just like she smashes into you and smashes into the wall. Take 2 harm.
Okay. I'm piercing her now.
No.
Okay, I blocked that with my.
Or no, well by 2 harm I mean it would do 4 harm,
Oh, okay.
but because you took little and you have armor.
Okay.
Damn, you doing the math for us.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
I think something happened. Let's see. Lug, you had already lighted that that grenade.
It was a pool grenade, remember?
That's true, but it does have like an amount of time that happens before
Yes.
it goes off. So you did pull.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I'm at 4 harm. This is the most
she
harm
gives
I've
you
ever
a
gotten.
look. She gives you a certain look. She uses dangerous and sexy.
oh no.
I'm gonna hold and head roll
Why does
for
she
her.
have every single move?
She's a high level battle bait.
Yeah, I don't know what that move does.
I'm gonna tell you in a sec when.
Wait, isn't she already naked?
Oh.
Isn't she already
Oh,
naked?
Josie, you gotta respect this match. You gotta respect this fight.
There's 3 of you against 1. It's good.
But well, 3 of us have.
Combine your power.
3 of us and
She
2 of
does
us
more
are
damage.
3 of us and 2 of us are disadvantaged by lacking our main like form of attack.
It's okay.
After this, I'm not doing any more boss fights. I'm shooting the next boss fight in the skull and leaving it there.
So dangerous and sexy. 10 plus hold 2. Spend your hold 1 for 1 to make eye contact with an NPC, in your case a PC, who freezes or flinches and can't take action until they break it off. That grenade's in your hand.
Oh no. No.
Can I?
The 2 of you have one thing that you can do before it goes off. Lug, you cannot do anything. Save your friend.
Fuck, I'm gonna try to, like, push him off so then I can get that grenade from him.
You're trying to tackle him?
Tackle him away from the fucking grenade. I don't know shit what he's doing, but shit,
I'd
he's
call
gotta...
that helping then.
Okay, so roll 8 checks.
Yep.
Look, Michael,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I think, oh, good job.
I'm so sorry.
So, before you describe what happens, I want to mention that Lug, since, like, she's made eye contact, you can tell that her body is breaking down, like, very quickly. Like, the whole side of her face is drooping really heavily, and she's looking almost like she's limping. Even though she, like, definitely is moving just as fast as she was before. But it looks like it's tearing her apart. Rusty, what do you do?
Well, no.
What does this tackle look like?
Noticing Lug's like standing still, which is odd for him in a situation like this, mind you. I'm gonna fucking sprint up towards him and like
Kick him.
to kick him. I don't have legs. Remember, they're gone. They're in a puddle somewhere.
Rusty
they're
drop kicks the
actually-
bomb into the tube, lands on the button to close the tube. Bam.
I don't think I can do all that.
You
Well,
got a
I'm going...
you got a good roll.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you got a good roll. I'll say that you can absolutely get both you and him out of harm's way. But if you want to get yourselves out of complete harm's way, you cannot like roll that grenade any closer. It'll damage it, I think, but it will not like break it.
Well, I don't know shit what he's trying to do. I just want to get him safe
Right.
as Rusty, so I'm just gonna tackle him like football tackle.
God, football tackle.
Like what
So I
no,
think
like what
yeah,
Thistle
you
showed
come
me. Just like Thistle showed me.
right. You square your shoulders, you get real low, and you go for his abdomen.
Yeah, just like
And
Thistle
you
taught me.
like he's standing there staring at something, and you're just like, woof, you know, that sort of cartoony like that hook pull type thing
Just
they do.
3 frames of animation.
Yeah, there's a big smear frame, and that's
That's
all she
it.
wrote. You're tackled. You break eye contact, so you can move now, but you are on the ground. Giuseppe, you have one thing you can do before the bomb goes off.
One thing I can do before the bomb goes off.
You are currently like sort of pinned, not so much pinned, but like you are. Lena's like right in front of you.
But am I in range or no? Am I in
In range
range
of
of the
what?
explosion?
You're outside the explosion if you don't do anything.
This is dangerous.
we in
I already
range?
have 4 I
No.
don't know how I'm gonna do.
You guys are. He tackled you all the way to the wall.
I tackled you real good because Thistle showed me how.
What should I do that like
Gotta thank her later.
something that's dang it, I don't have like I don't know if I have much I can do. Let me think.
Well, what would you do is the
Okay,
important
what
thing.
would Giuseppe do if okay, Lena's right in front of him.
Right. We can like figure out moves after you describe what you do.
Okay.
Like, do you try to grab her? Do you like dive for that bomb? Do you find something that you own that might help the situation?
I guess I like try to like think of like what I'd have on me. Maybe something to get the gun out of her hand.
Okay. What do you have?
I've got like I can't use the hook. It's like I need to reload that.
Yeah, that's like almost lying on the ground at this point.
Okay.
Like probably a good ways away.
I don't have like most of like the.
Does anyone else have like a suggestion for what you can do?
I was thinking I don't know if like that would be like intimidating, but like the only I was thinking is bringing out the big gun and just like pushing it out to like distract her or something. I don't know. Like I
You're
don't
not
want
sh-
to like
you don't wanna
fire it,
shoot
but
it?
like I don't know.
Huh.
I like
Football tackle.
I guess football tackle's always the right one. Could I like use? I know the cannon's like pretty large. Could I use this as like a battering ram if I can get a hold of it quick enough?
What? Use the gun?
Yeah, like the shrapnel gun, the old Lena had.
I mean, it's a big object. You could like body people with it, but you could also body people with your body.
I mean, I guess that does work.
I'm more asking what you're trying to do.
Um,
Like, are you trying to like, what are you trying to get to or do?
get her away from me so I can get into a better position than stuck in the wall.
Okay. You could probably definitely. Well, there's a couple ways you could do that. You could use subterfuge, to try to bait her there, or you could use seize by force to try to
How
force
would I
her there.
bait?
Right, because the subterfuge moves don't involve you getting hit.
Yeah. So I would like bait her like into like trying to like attack me so I could like get away.
When you're the bait, roll plus cool. 10 plus you choose 2, 7 or 9 choose 1. You draw them all the way into your trap, otherwise they don't approach. Your prey doesn't suspect you, otherwise they're wary. Or you don't expose yourself to extra risk, otherwise any harm that they inflict is plus 1 on you.
Okay. Then I'll roll.
If you don't fail, at the very least, they will go in your direction. They'll be distracted.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna do a cool roll.
Nice.
Good job.
Nice.
Yeah, what do
Nice.
you do? What do you choose, and then what do you do?
I don't want to expose myself to extra risk because that's of course like I never want to do that. And then
Yeah, they just hurt you.
approach or draw into a trap, like get her vulnerable.
Okay, to get her all the way in. So what are you actually doing?
Okay, so she's like right in front of me.
Yep. And she's looking at Lug, but the eye contact has been broken. So it looks like she's about to move.
Give me a second. Do I? Okay, this might sound stupid. I'm thinking. Steppy starts singing like a song really loudly, and he's not a singer, so it just sounds really bad. But it gets the attention, and like as soon as she looks around, he like quickly like dives.
Okay, so you go bap bap, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Say it.
No.
God. Does it why?
Yeah, I suppose that works. But when she turns around, I think she like whips like weapon first, and by and large it misses. But you take 1 harm armor piercing.
Okay.
It kind of catches you in the temple.
But I have
Real
like distracted
quick. Yeah, since this is kind of the top of the round, can everyone tell me what harm they're at?
her.
I'm
After
at
this,
9.
I'm at 5.
1.
You mean like 1? Okay, 1 harm.
Yeah.
Because remember they do have the time bullshit.
Yeah, it's a
I
clock.
like the times. We should go with the times more.
Yeah, I like saying
Oh.
9.
I'm at 3 o'clock
Yeah.
then.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'd be at 6 o'clock, I guess, rounding up. Oh, no,
Six
but no,
o'clock.
I have 5 harm, but like, what would that mean?
You
I'm
are
at 5
at
o'clock.
so 3.
No,
so
that means
you're at 11.
you're at 11. Dear God.
Wait, I'm at 11.
You're at 11.
Oh, I never.
That's 5 harm.
I'm so bad at like
Have you not been
contracting.
writing it down?
No, I've been like I keep marking like damage.
Well, remember
points,
he
like,
took 2 damage from like
Okay.
environmental.
No, I think he
And then he took-
misunderstands how the thing works.
Do I? Have
Oh.
I? Did I
Just,
like, did I never
Jacob.
learn how harm works because I barely take it?
Jacob, 1 slot is 1 harm. Every big slot is 1 harm. And those little slots are 1 harm.
Oh.
You have
so,
6 harm points, essentially, till you're dead.
Oh.
Or well, until life becomes. I get to decide.
Oh.
Like 11 to 12 is like the not sure area.
Oh boy, I
So
never
you're
like.
you're there, bud.
Oh, I never knew this. I never like. I always thought it was like a health system. Oh
It
boy.
is.
But I didn't
It
realize
is,
6.
but not in the sense he
I
thought
didn't
it
realize.
was.
I thought I had twice the amount of health I actually have, and now I'm fucked.
Jacob,
It is much more lethal.
you're valid and we love you.
We'll say that like you didn't realize what was going on, and you're like, "Oh fuck, this hurts."
Hey, what?
Oh my god.
No, we're on like session 819 right now.
I never took enough
Look,
harm for it
we-
to be an
we keep-
issue.
We've taken long breaks before.
That
It's
you
been-
know what?
No,
Okay,
see,
yeah.
no, the issue is I just never knew. I've never taken enough harm for this situation to come up.
That's
you were-
So I'm
fine,
yelling
yeah,
now.
Fair. No, it's fine.
So I'm nearly
We're getting
dead.
into
Oh
it.
boy.
Well,
I didn't heal that medicine because like I thought, oh, I don't need it. I only have like 2 damage out of 12.
Yeah, something that comes up real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and roll again.
Oh, am I dead?
psychic
Okay.
bot, give us a bad roll. Psychic bot.
Okay, so
Friendship
here's the
ended.
last move that she truly has:
Okay.
Visions of Death. When you go into battle, roll plus weird. 10 plus, name 1 person who will die and 1 who will live. She doesn't give a shit about that, so she names 1 person who will die. I will make the vision come true if it's remotely possible. Which is to say, Lug, take -1 to any rolls you take from now on.
Oh no.
Forever?
Until she's dead.
Okay.
Okay, that's a lot better. Okay.
But the damage so far is she's spotless, but her apparatus is like damaged. It's not broken, but it's damaged. And she knows that you were doing some shit to do that. She's coming at you.
Me?
Ah, dang, my
Yes,
distraction
you
didn't even work
specifically.
at all.
It helped.
I suppose, in a sense, you and Rusty, because Rusty's there too.
Yeah.
So, what do you do in
Can I
particular?
Can I like hang out back here for a while? You guys won't mind, right?
Go
yeah,
ahead.
Use a turn to heal yourself, because we have that
no,
ability.
that'll take longer than a turn.
Take 2 turns to heal yourself.
Okay, but actually, real quick, we'll say like Apom or Jacob. Would you say that Giuseppe is like on the floor at this point?
Probably,
Like,
yeah. He probably like didn't expect like all
Right.
this to like damage him so much.
that last smack really just kind of like got you down there. You're probably not unconscious, but you're like, oh shit.
Man, this sucks.
How I thought I had double health.
You had adrenaline going for you.
Yeah.
I'm so.
But yeah, Lug, what are you doing?
And
She's coming at you, and you don't know if you don't know if she's gonna shoot at you or if she's gonna stab you.
okay. Give me a moment.
Okay.
It's a lot, I understand. This has been exciting. Holy shit. Yo, as soon as you did the last, the thing. Sorry, the whole, you ask us questions and we give you a quick answer. That thing, whenever you said, I know how I will die, it's like, holy shit. Yo, that was sick. Fucking love this. Probably should have.
What you do, boy?
He's looking at his moves and collecting his nerves.
Okay.
No, I'm just collecting my
Understand
nerves.
This is
Okay.
intense. This is
Michael-
probably the first fight y'all have been in where like the numbers 11 have showed up.
Yeah. Do what I do and just press the fucking enter button.
Has the bomb gone off yet?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it
it's what
did.
did the damage to the machine. In fact, I actually never really explained what happened. It wasn't a fragmentation grenade, but it was more like a depth charge. It's meant to happen like in like much lower or much higher like pressure situations. So when it exploded, everybody's ears like popped. It probably like nearly knocked like Jacob out because it's like, I mean, frankly, if an explosion were to happen in a small room like that, everyone would probably be dead. But we'll say it did.
Well, that's why he tried to close the fucking door.
That's okay. The machine took a good bunch of it, but it still seems like it's working. Otherwise, that mist got blown around, so I think it's no longer misty.
Okay. Wait a second. There was a, one... How many floors did we go for where we rolled? Sharp?
Check. You're on the 5th,
You're gonna take fucking experience points right here and now, aren't you?
you didn't...
Did all
you
those?
wouldn't-
But did all those ghoul
you would
walls count
okay,
as
give me
like?
a sec. One moment,
Sorry.
please. You would have gained 4 experience since you went through all of the other floors, but this floor you don't because it's a single room. Plus, however many times y'all rolled shit.
Did I roll hard at all?
You
know.
haven't... I don't think you rolled hard yet because you would have taken damage.
Fuck.
I think
Okay.
you rolled something else.
It's just for when I have enough anyways. Okay. Game plan.
Okay.
Game plan.
Game plan. Get me the hell out of here. I did math very badly. I'm gonna die.
This was a calculation, but boy am I bad at math.
Seth, there's the image of Lug with the numbers around his head.
Lug trying to figure out how to survive the fight.
He goes, hang on, wait, I
Yeah,
need
do you
a
think
break.
like do you think he'd like attack her or something like
I
distract,
think anything I do would be under fire, right?
it depends on what you do.
I think
Oh no, you take -1 is what you get.
yeah, but I would still be under fire.
Why would you?
She's coming right at me.
No, the action that you take is what you do in response to her trying to get at you. If you were to do something that like does not involve responding to her, then you might have. Like I don't know, if you were to try to do something like get away from her without getting attacked or something.
Okay, here's what I was thinking. Lug, in a moment of not pure genius, thinks back long and hard. And he thinks about what he did to Windpipe, where he just fucking chucked that bat. He doesn't have
Okay.
a bat on him.
You do have your pickaxe.
I know.
Just
He has his pickaxe.
Are you going to chuck your pickaxe?
I want Lug in a panicked frenzy to chuck his pickaxe. But what I was wanting, do something under fire, spooky, intense, roll weird instead. Could I do that?
I mean, You're attacking her. I don't think you're really doing something under fire in this case.
So it would just be hard.
I mean, it depends on what you want to do. Like, what move do you think works with that? You're throwing your pickaxe.
Sucker someone.
No, I think she's definitely paying attention to you.
Oh.
I think it would be single combat since
Here's
it's a
here's what you
one-on-one.
could do. If somebody helps you and rolls well enough, I think you could sucker her.
Shit.
But whoever does distract her will probably take the brunt of anything bad that happens.
I'm not distracting anything. I have an idea for my next move, but it will definitely be like when
Okay.
I'm not in direct harm.
Okay, I wanna help. I'm gonna roll that, alright? It's okay. Okay, roll. Well,
What do you do to distract her?
fucking, throw a bunch of knives. I'm gonna reach back into the back of my neck, reach into that weird ass pocket, and just throw whatever. Boy, we throwing.
I think that you throw that knife, and it's a pretty nice throw. But she almost like absent-mindedly, like, just fucking flings the knife gun at you. It doesn't hit with its point, but it smashes into the bridge of your nose with like the kind of like near the not the trigger, the hammer. We'll say that deals 2 harm.
Have you done the math or not?
No, I'm gonna try not to do the math anymore.
Okay, not armor penetrating. Got it.
Right.
All
Just
right.
take 1 harm.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
But like that afterthought still was a thought, and you fling that pickaxe, and I think it catches her.
I never rolled for
No.
that.
Yeah, that's true.
didn't.
You didn't.
Time to roll.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Would I get a?
Okay.
Would I get?
Well, suckering someone you don't have to roll.
Oh.
Do I not?
No, suckering someone you don't roll.
Sucker
rolled
someone
for
is.
you.
It's
You do
under
the damage.
hard, isn't it?
No, it's when you attack someone, unsuspecting or helpless. Ask if you could hit, if you could miss. If you could, treat it as going aggro. Victim has no choice but to cave into it. If you couldn't, you simply inflict harm.
Oh.
And we'll say for the sake of it that no, you couldn't miss. She's a big target. She's right in front of you.
So I get to choose what she does.
No, you hit.
Oh. Cool.
That's a. How much harm was that?
It is 2 harm piercing, I believe.
Right. The piercing's the important part. So the thing is that since she counts as a small gang, she still takes 1 less damage. But the important part is that she's truly and like completely falling apart. Bits of flesh are starting to fall off of her now. Like when she lunged, you could hear the cracking of her like left leg's bones. She's like holding her fist so tight coming at you that like it's turning black and blue. You catch her in the rib, and I think that it doesn't. It tears away flesh like almost as easy as if you were like pull apart like some very very supple meat. And she stops, and she falls on her back.
Shit. I'm gonna immediately get that fucking gun and pickaxe away from her.
Curb stomp.
Fuck.
Face
I-
curb stomp.
Gross.
I'm still like lying over here.
Yeah, you. I suppose you kick her head, and she like rasps.
Anything comments about to end? Can I do like one thing?
You can do what you'd like.
Okay. Right before we like go into the next room, assuming we're almost done here.
I mean, like it's not over. She's
Oh.
well, that is to say, she's like out of the fight, but she is alive
Okay.
for now.
I kind of want to use battlefield instincts now.
Good.
Okay, I want to like open my brain. And what do I want to open my brain
So-
about?
What do you want to open?
What do we do when we get into that door?
What do you
Like,
do?
once that door finally opens, what will we do? I guess I'm bad at wording things again. What will we do to win? Once we can
Murder.
finally get through that door open, because he's just
Did you
like
hear me?
dazing out on the floor and just like
I said
sorry.
murder.
Oh, murder? Oh, I didn't roll, Josie. No, never mind.
I mean, you know that regardless.
Okay, never mind. Just
Like you can go ahead and roll.
I'm sorry.
You can get more context.
I just wanted to do a weird roll because I
do
never
want to
used
say
this
real
move.
quick before you continue, please listen. Because of how weak the World Psychic Maelstrom is here, you're going to take a -1 to this.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was just like, I never used this move. I wanted to use it while I'm dazed out, nearly unconscious.
So you kind of tap into that rhythm you usually have that you kind of put the context to when you do this, and it feels hazy. Like it's like grasping at, I don't know, it's like grasping at mist, but you get enough of it that you kind of form a little bit of a picture in your mind. You see yourself stepping through that door, and you see a towering thing that's made up of 8 other things in a wheel. See that thing, see a shadow of that thing that was once great, but you see now that it is old and it is dying. That's what you see.
Okay, thank you. Giuseppe convulses on the floor, thinking about towers.
I think Lena grasps out, "Oh, our dream. Can't let it die. Our dream." And she passes away.
I think Lug, after she's obviously done not talking to anyone at this point, but he lets out a, "And mine won't. And mine won't."
Giuseppe is stopped, now that he's stopped, now that his mind has stopped wandering, he's going to try calling himself back over to the others. We did it, huh? We killed Lena again. I never wished to kill her twice. I thought once was enough.
So I'm gonna slowly get up off the floor. Yeah, I'm gonna let out just a fucking God. Shh. Guess I wasn't on the floor to begin with, was I? Got up, grab everything from her. Guess I'm gonna hand Lug his stupid big pickaxe. It's 3 times larger now.
He takes it.
Okay. I'm gonna walk on over to Giuseppe and hand him his knife gun back, and
He takes it and looks over it, make sure it's not broken.
Before we go forward, let's patch ourselves up.
Yes. It took more than that took more out of me than I thought. I did see something though. I think I might know what's behind the door.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know exactly what it is, but I think we better be prepared for it.
well, how much medical supplies do we have?
Each one of you has 1 medicine.
1 medicine.
I think
Okay,
Lug
so
gives
now-
his to
which will
Giuseppe.
each will heal essentially 1 harm, or will heal us harm and stabilize you, which is very important for Giuseppe because he's not stabilized. Anyone with 9 harm or more will take more harm time that goes on.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I definitely give mine to Giuseppe.
So I heal too
Yeah.
after this
Yep.
patching session.
If both of them give it to you.
But both of them are giving it to me.
what? I thought he was.
I don't know
only
why
at
you said
11.
2 harm.
Oh, no, but no, because
You're
I
not
have
healing-
mine
you
and
heal
Lug
one.
gave me his.
Right. I mean, how many are you going to use? That's how many harm you're going to heal.
Can I use 2? Would that take too long?
Sure can. You
It's
have
2.
time.
Okay, then I'll use 3. Then I'll use 2, I mean. So I'm now at 3.
Okay.
I'm at 9 o'clock.
What about the
Yeah.
third one, though?
He
Yep,
eats it. I'm gonna
is
use.
anyone? I assume someone else is at 9.
Yeah, I'm now at 9 because I was at 10, but I used the medicine now, so
Oh,
now
okay.
I'm not. I'm at 9 now.
Right. Still really beat up, but you're not bleeding.
Yeah.
For once,
Okay.
Lug is not the one who is dying.
Thank you,
No
Lug.
cheers. No cheers.
I'm feeling a lot better now, despite the fact that I'm at 9 o'clock.
I'm also at 9 o'clock, but feeling honestly pretty much the same.
Nearly dead buddies. We died together.
You guess what he's patching
As-
up? He says,
so-
"Did you guys see how I swung that hook? That was I don't know how I did that.
I
didn't know I had it in
attention.
me.
Sorry.
I didn't know I had
You
it in
what?
me. I swung that hook to get away from you and the grenade, so you could toss it up there.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder.
It hurts.
I'm sorry, guys. Like somehow I brought you all into this. I think in the end, I think it just all goes back to me is why we're here.
What happened to somebody, huh? Eventually, I guess.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go, I get?
Um. Just let me do one thing. I'm gonna load this thing. He
Alright.
reaches into his bag and like pulls out Lena's cannon. And how long does it take to load?
Just a turn.
Yeah,
But
then
remember that takes barter as ammo.
I have plenty. I have like 12 boat at the moment from all that gigging I did. So I'm gonna take one boater and load it into it.
Alrighty.
And if I haven't gotten the chain back, then I loop that around. Then I get that near me too.
Hey, Rusty,
Yeah,
can I
I'm
borrow
assuming
some
that
barter?
everybody's all reloaded up.
You want to hold the cannon?
Who?
Sorry, I was confused.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, hey, Rusty, can I borrow a barter so that I can load this cannon?
But I've got the gun and I have it at the ready for when the door opens.
As you walk through the door, God's voice rings out again. Is there nothing you won't do in your path to kill me? Murderers. Killers. Is there nothing you won't do?
What's in the room?
As you come through the door, you scan, and there is it's not a very tall ceilinged room, but there is the entire room is almost entirely taken up by a single machine. The room is a big circle, which encompasses a similarly circular machine, a very large, bulbous, curved thing in the middle of the room that connects to 8 pedestals that are placed distance around the machine. It is still very cold in the room, but it is less cold than even in Lena's room. Inside of each of these glass-domed pedestals is a single human brain.
Oh, gross.
You will not simply be killing me. You will be killing all warriors, all future warriors. All current warriors will die. Whether they die now or later, they will all perish. Their lines will end. Humanity will be lesser for it. Leave now, and I may be able to pick up the pieces.
And what
Hey.
good?
Hey, I want to roll to seduce or manipulate. God. May I? Please? Where is the rolling?
I think this one time I'm gonna have to make an executive decision and say that's not something you can do.
Not something I can do. Can I do frenzy?
No. There's not a mob here, sadly.
There's a lot of
there's
brains.
8 brains.
Eight that are one, unfortunately.
God, we really are on the same wavelength tonight. Jeez.
Anyways.
What a shame I can't roll fucking to seduce or manipulate right now.
What good would leaving you to live do?
Humanity will live on. The world will be put to rights. What once was will be again. You would not understand. You are not like them. You are not like my warriors. You are not like any other.
I don't want warriors. I never did.
I think with that,
You are not worthy of this new world.
I think Lugs swings his pick into one of them, in one of these pillars, straight through the glass.
You pulp that brain in its pedestal, and it's not a scream, but it's like a wave. Even if we die here, there are others that will pick up our pieces. Our brethren, they will be the new saviors of this world. We will not see it, but our work goes on. And I assume you keep smashing, right?
I think with every time that this thing says something, I think Lug he grits his teeth, he clenches his fists. It's a whole nother wave of just insultment, just anger. I think he does continue smashing, but not all at once. Definitely not all at once.
Giuseppe keeps the cannon trained on the central bulb.
If you keep smashing, you will reach the end.
Right. They're not protesting? They're not doing anything?
No. It can't. There's nothing it can do.
I think he hesitates on the last brain. And he looks to the others.
I'm gonna look back. There's not much I can say, or am going to say. It's happening.
You think we can save the world on our own?
Not really, but I mean, it's not that we're alone, you know? There's more than just us.
We've done more for the people of millions than this thing ever has. Or will. I think he looks to the brain as if it had eyes that could see him. And I think he says, "You're worthless. Just like your plans." And with that, he punches. He punches through the glass, not with his pick, but with his
Owie.
grip, his metal glove.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit, dude! Got that out just
mean
for
the,
this.
No, he always keeps that on.
He always has the deadlock glove on.
Okay.
I forgot about it.
I didn't know he just wore it all the time.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
I don't know. Put it on his head or something? I don't fucking know.
Sometimes he accidentally pinches his model ship and he gets real pissed off.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, oh, he took it
Yeah.
off so then that doesn't
But
happen.
he's doing this because he wants to learn how to use it good.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Sometimes we have to make sacrifices.
Like that model ship.
But you pulp that last brain, and then the sort of strange air in the whatever it was that was keeping the psychic maelstrom out. And in this room, it truly was out. There was no sign of it. It was not there. This was a capital N normal room. The psychic maelstrom floods back in.
Nasty.
Is there anything happening with the bulb?
The bulb?
Like the central part?
This.
No, the central part does nothing.
Okay. Just for good measure.
Well, there is one thing. A small console lights up. No warnings, no klaxons, nothing. It just lights up, and there's text on it, if you'd like to read.
I would
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
Okay. You crowd around the console, and it has a plain black background and what's that old Windows thing?
DOS.
Yeah, DOS text. It says, "Thank you for the use of the geothermal omniscient device." Well, actually, there is the text, but there's also something speaks. The voice goes, "Thank you for the use of the geothermal omniscient device. We, the crew of this location, hope that the new world is habitable and that this hasn't been for nothing. If you're hearing this, then you've successfully passed the anthropological threshold." Is that how you say it? You hear a voice in the background go, "Yeah, it's fine." "And have overcome the device's influence over your brains. Congratulations. And from us and everyone in the other facilities, thank you for your part in bringing humanity back from the brink." And then the screen changes and shows some text that says, "Total shutdown in progress." And then some more text under that says, "Geothermal conditions okay. Choose facility to run on ambient geothermal energy and standby automation." And there's a list, and it has those each how each layer had a little name for it. Each of them are there. There's information bank, there's a manufactory, there's food production. The one that isn't working is throne, which was the room you are in currently, warrior, which is where you fought Lena, and fabrication. It's asking you to choose between the information bank, the manufactory, or food production to continue working.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Otherwise, the in-progress fetuses, that's blacked out. You cannot choose that. They will die.
Man.
What do we choose?
Fetus yeetus. So we choose between information, manufacturing, and food.
Well, it was food and medicine. So
Food and
Right.
medicine.
there's
that.
Out of character, food and medicine, definitely.
Yeah, food and medicine.
In
That sounds-
character, I'm not sure.
that information bank represents like a vast swath of technological information, though.
I think
That's
Giuseppe
why
would. I think Giuseppe would pick
Hesitant.
information.
Uh,
I suppose it comes to a vote.
comes to a vote. Everybody roll.
No, that's not a vote.
Yeah, we all roll one. So Giuseppe has said information. And that is, to be clear, everything of the before times information, yes?
Well, everything that's relevant, likely to this facility. So it depends.
It depends. So that would be how to make medicine, how to make the food, yeah?
It's
How to
possible.
manufacture.
But the important thing is that food production would make the food, rather than simply tell them how to make it and be like, well, we can't make bread because wheat doesn't exist. Well, it does, but like, it's hard to make. Like, this is a facility that just pumps out shitloads of food, or shitloads of tools and weapons, or holds a shitload
Tools
of
and weapons
information.
doesn't seem too important. We've got enough fucking weapons in the goddamn blue. For one, look at Rusty as an example.
Right. It should be mentioned, of course, that it depends on how they can access that information, because who the fuck knows how to access it?
Gosh.
Food and medicine probably is the best.
Food and medicine.
Alright,
Yeah.
choose that.
I feel like Rusty would like read them before anyone else can really comprehend too much, and he could have just slammed food and medicine.
Fucking windmill palm slam. Alright.
Rusty, wait, you don't know what that button means.
The hell I do.
Yeah, I do. I took night classes.
You guys don't know he took night classes, thankfully. You guys have sat here with the knowledge that, oh, Rusty doesn't know where we're at. Rusty can't read.
We can take our time to debate this like like adults. Rusty slams a button.
Well, it sounds like food and medicine. Yes?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Alright.
You choose that, and the screen blinks out and then blinks on again with just something that does not go away. It simply says, thank you. And then the wall behind y'all opens up to a door. And there's a little sign above it and says, escape elevator.
Well, sign me up.
I'm
Giuseppe's
tired of
kind of
walking.
like sad that he didn't actually get to fire the cannon or anything, but
He can still do
That's
it.
okay. You'll have chances later.
I mean, he could still
You'll-
fire it.
You could, yeah, you could just waste that.
Just throw it up in the air and fire it. Yahoo!
I was gonna shoot the central computer, but I didn't.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I don't
Well,
fire it.
and
I'll
now-
save it for fireworks later.
Well, are we done here?
I think we did it. I think
I'm
we
leaving.
killed. I think we guys,
Yeah.
guys,
Like, Lug's already in the elevator.
guys.
Well, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
as Giuseppe steps
Y'all-
in the elevator, he starts like muttering to himself, like, "Guys, I think we killed God."
Nice.
No, Rusty doesn't say
We really did
anything.
it. We really did, huh? Just a couple of us.
Rusty feels real weird because though he doesn't like specifically believe in God, it's like, oh, huh? That's right, we did that, huh?
Lug feels cheated.
Fucking weird.
In the elevator is a single button that says surface. Who presses it?
I do.
Yeah, you're the one. Yeah, you know what,
The
yeah.
door closes, and you can feel it begin to ascend.
Ugh.
It takes a while. Is there anything you'd like to say to each other before you reach the surface?
8
I
fucking years. And he turns to look at both of them. I'm glad it was with you too.
do you think I know I talk a lot about like the world and like we gotta. Do you think the world's doomed that we destroyed that? Should we step up and help it now? I don't know. It may have just been
I
all
think
talk,
it's gonna be
but
fine. I think it's gonna be, like, alright, I guess. I hope.
He shrugs.
It wasn't like it was, I don't know, as great as they thought to begin with, so.
I don't know.
What's done is done.
He nods his head. What I know is I don't need any warriors. I think what I have is enough, and what I have is family, I guess. Family and friends.
The elevator begins to get close to the surface, according to one of those little elevator light line thingamajigs.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, here's your progress to the next floor. Except it's only like one floor and it's all the way up. And you start to hear some sounds. It sounds like a distant thump.
Oh.
Like something's like an angry hand of God is smacking against the side of the mountain. You hear it like somewhat periodically, distance. And then the elevator reaches the top. Door opens, and when you step out onto the peak again, the ocean is full of violence. End session.
Violence?
Not again.
Well, we did it.
You did
We
it!
did it.
We did it.
I could not even think of any cool lines to say. I'm sorry.
It's cool. You did some cool shit.
I wanted to like say something
That's
like
the
really
fun part.
cool as I did something, and then I couldn't think of anything that didn't sound incredibly stupid.
The fact that Giuseppe doesn't have any one-liners is like a good thing. You know?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, so that is the tale of the House of Broken Dreams. How'd you like it?
I loved it.
It was good.
Fucking
Does that
amazing.
end Oak 2, I guess?
I'd say that
Mm.
after this next session or two would be the end of that arc.
Did we decide on a name
After
for
all,
it yet?
I
or-
wouldn't I wouldn't end an arc just before you're probably going to have to fight again.
Oh, dang it. We haven't even. That was just a pre-boss. That was a mini-boss. God dang it.
There was a mini boss.
Didn't even get boss music.
Yeah, I hope Lena wasn't too much, I suppose.
A little.
I mean,
little
he nearly
overpowered.
killed me.
It was 3 level 5 players against level 30, like, boss.
Well,
At this
A
I'll be
level
honest,
30
dude.
gangster.
The thing is that like
3
the,
crooks against a level 30 gangster.
the true danger was that they had just like they took 2 moves from their playlists and then chose merciless and impossible reflexes. Like, so frankly, they could have been this powerful like at level 4.
Quick question. If we hadn't pressed that button to free her, would we have just skipped the fight?
I mean, like, yeah, pretty much.
I had to
Like, she can't let herself out.
listen. I debated smashing the canister.
She would have gone out anyway.
Yeah, that
Like,
probably
if you
would have
smashed it,
fucked
she
her
would've
up
been able to
though.
I almost trusted someone, and you had to do this to me. I just want to find another friend, but I don't have any friends anymore.
You have,
Well, let's
you
be
have
honest.
Lug and Rusty.
But I need.
In the context, it makes a lot of sense that whoever, like, it makes a lot of narrative sense that she would like want you dead.
Yeah.
She went through a whole journey to get here. This is essentially her life's calling, and you're like, we're gonna kill God, and it's like, yeah, just let me out of here real quick, and I'll just, it'll be fine.
If you want to rule, she could have come up here herself.
No, she didn't want to rule. She wanted to kill you, get back in her canister, and then continue like helping God. You know, she said she doesn't have much time, and that is to say, she's gonna kill you and then just go back to bed.
Productive
Dumb.
day. Dumb.
Can't believe I just had to fight a palette swap. Stupid.
Shut the hell up.
Listen. I've thought of the same thing.
What?
I
Fucking
did it.
palette swap.
Palette swap Lena's?
Listen, I
mean-
imagined it a lot differently, but same concept.
Yeah, so were y'all actually like thinking that this would just like, what were you thinking when you were letting her out?
I was thinking like, I don't know, maybe just like run off. Maybe we go and fight an angry computer.
So if I'm gonna spill the beans on what I thought was gonna happen,
Go ahead.
I knew there was gonna be a Lena. I knew there was gonna be a Lena Prime. I fucking called that.
Oh, thank you for saying Lena Prime because that's what I wrote on her sheet.
I knew there was
How
gonna
many-
be a fucking Lina Prime. I
Jenny-
knew
Jenny,
she
in
was
fact,
gonna
Let
be
me
in
show her.
something.
Since she's dead, let me actually post her sheet.
Josie,
Well,
let me
post your
Josie, let me
sheet,
look.
I'm interested.
Put it in
Josie,
character
let me look at
sheets.
Josie. Let me look at your notes. I want to see how
Okay.
many more Lennas I have to fight before the end. This game is over. If I have to fight another
Okay.
one, it'll be too soon.
It
Hey,
depends on you, I guess.
no joke. I got a little worried you were about to say as soon as it opens, white pressed shirt. And that was it. I thought you were about to do that to us. Don't know
Yeah,
why.
she used
Let me-
basically every one of her moves in that whole fight.
Gonna look fucked up on the recording. Sorry, everybody. I want to look at this. Actually, I can look at it through my phone. Sorry, everybody.
No, that's
That
no,
did get me
let
thinking,
him see,
like,
it's fine.
of.
No, I'll save it and post it on the recording, of course. Like
I haven't
No,
thought.
no,
I
no,
haven't
no,
thought
no.
about Jerry in a long time. You know, I welcome him.
I'm always thinking about Jerry. He's a dreamboat.
I'm gonna. Next time I see
So
Jerry,
normal.
next time I see Jerry, I'm just gonna look him in the eye.
So
Yeah, so this is essentially the power of if you make somebody specifically to kill.
this is the power of min-maxing.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm glad y'all
Anyways.
don't, because it makes it much funner. So that
So-
I can min-max and fuck you over.
Fuck you. Anyways,
No,
what I was
shut up.
what I
You
was
could- that
saying,
was a cool
what I was
fight.
saying, what I thought was gonna happen. I knew there was a Lina Prime. I thought that Lina Prime was going to be there was gonna be a big old computer, right? A big old monitor, and there's nothing really like too special. There's wires, there's big claws and shit. There's some flesh coming out of it, like some kind of lumps of flesh on standby, and eventually, once we thought we finally destroyed the computer, the screen gets smashed. Inside the screen, Lina Prime. That's phase 2 of the fight.
I'm glad it was only a one phase fight because I nearly died. Because I miscalculated. When are we gonna get an explanation for the goo people?
No.
No, that
Uh,
just
I don't-
happened.
Test tube babies.
But how did they clone me? I'm perfect. They can't clone me.
Hey, question. So is there just a lug clone running around down there now?
Yeah.
It's not a clone, it's just a fucked up weird doppelganger.
So it
thing.
is the point.
The
Sure.
lug
Looks gonna
baby.
find-
It's a
looks
lug
gonna-
baby.
It exists, it was real.
Luke's gonna
I want
find
to
the
say
lug.
that it's like a big thing. Like it's kind of hulking for some reason.
Okay.
Can
No,
Lug
it's-
find
it's
can Lug
Luglet.
find
Where's
the
that-
can Lug find the lug goo and bring it to our side?
Where's
Please.
that image at? Where's that very incredibly specific image I have for just this moment at?
No,
The
no,
Imposter
no.
Club image?
I have an
no,
image.
No, I'm. The reason I'm asking what it's like is specifically for Imposter Club. Don't you worry, Jacob.
Where? Okay, there it is. Okay, I found it. Don't worry, everybody. I found the image.
No. I hate it.
Here's the second one, because of course we need it. We need both images. They're a pair.
Lug about to throw his pickaxe into someone's rib.
You can tell that's an old image because Rusty has his hand.
Hang on.
Yeah. Man, that was a good session. I like that session. I like the House of Broken Dreams stuff.
It was
That was
cool.
interesting how you put it together.
I hope I contributed enough to them.
You did plenty.
Okay. Yeah, it was a good session. I didn't get any cool lines off. I kept like stumbling over stuff, but I think it's fine. We're just getting back in the groove of things. Someday I'll get
It's not about the cool lines. It's about the cool shit you do.
Someday I'll get Giuseppe to like, say something like really inspiring.
God, shut up. I hate the
You
sound.
couldn't even fucking color match. You couldn't use the fucking eyedropper tool.
Light Shot doesn't have an eyedropper too, I don't think.
Someday,
You couldn't have gotten a gray close enough.
someday I'll get
You want-
Giuseppe.
okay, fine.
This was
fucking fine.
this is a pretty long one. But,
It was only 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Someday I'll get Giuseppe to say something really cool, and you'll all like go nuts.
You'll all regret it.
yeah, is there anything else in particular?
Do we want to? Should we just decide like HX stuff off camera since like
Well, we can just do it right now.
I think we
Let's
both I
do
think
it
both
right now.
honestly
We
I
can
think
keep talking
both
about
me
stuff.
and
Where is...
me and Rusty know Lug better just because of the last scene.
Hold on, I also had another image. Okay. Okay, this is a combination image. My god.
Same very good.
Uh, here's a image, another image. It's been unedited though. It's not the edited version. But here we go. Here's God. I think they have Fortnite.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
man,
just about
I
Godish.
can't believe Boki Lemire is cameoing in Deep Blues.
Can't believe Copy Kitty's in Deep Blues.
Copy Kitties in
I
the
bet that
Blues.
computer ran Copy Kitty and we destroyed it.
Damn, I guess we gotta resurrect God. But yeah, so HX, who knows Lug best?
Oh,
All of
God.
us.
Or who knows Lugs better?
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
Who learned the most about Lug?
I did.
Yeah, I wanna say Rusty.
Okay, +1 to Rusty.
Man,
Seth is the one who adds it, or me?
Seth is the one that adds it because he knows you better.
Okay.
know
Who
yourself
knows
better.
Giuseppe better?
I don't know this one. No,
Bug.
I feel like I was like I didn't like talk too much with people. I guess maybe I talked a little bit more with Rusty about like stuff.
You think it's Rusty?
Just yeah,
Me.
I don't know, like who did I talk more to about like stuff, life?
I was gonna say
R-
Lug because
You know what? It's Rusty. It's
Me?
Rusty because of the question Rusty asked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
get that cleared out.
I almost forgot about that scene. I guess that was pretty good. I hope I like characterized Giuseppe
It was
well
great. All of this was
Fine.
great.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting like
Okay.
I'm trying to get Giuseppe so he's not static, so
Yeah.
he has motives.
Hey, bro. There it is.
Giuseppe
Okay,
does
that's-
not want to lose his ship.
And now you can rest easy, just knowing Rusty has zero intentions of that happening, and you know, going to try
Lug,
to clean
though.
up. Now, Lug, on the other hand, you haven't bat a fucking eyelash at him.
He's the one building
motherfucker.
the fucking boat.
He's building the fucking boat and hiring hands that you are currently not aware of.
Hmm.
Sorry, I didn't realize
That was
on
very
the mic.
that was a very good timed noise. It was very creepy.
I am so sorry. I
No,
turned
it's
around to
good.
see what my cat was doing.
Anyways,
Who knows Rusty better?
Now, who knows me better? Jeez.
Well, Giuseppe does now know you're not doing shit, but what else happened, do you think?
I watched you kill. Well, I didn't watch you kill, but I saw the aftermath of you killing me.
I think we should just go to Jacob.
Hmm. Okay then.
As much as I want that sweet, sweet improvement.
I'm gonna just say like I didn't keep track of everything exactly, but I think I got a level up from all that.
Probably.
I'm gonna try to use both of my level ups before like this arc ends. Even if I don't decide to make another character.
And before we end this recording, I just want to say I am aware of the second question that will be asked later. Just as a heads up.
Alright, I was actually about to ask that.
Yeah, not
Okay.
that I didn't find the time to do it. It just does not feel appropriate to ask the question as a in character, because they're both in character questions.
Right.
So I'll ask that later. If it does still is relevant, because with how things have happened, who knows? Things have probably changed, so the question needs to be thrown out. It's not relevant anymore.
Mm.
In which case, I'll tell you. Wink.
Oh no.
Winky face. No, it's not a bad question. It's more or less the same with the question I asked Giuseppe.
What else do I want to say? Josie, I'm really glad you gave me that hook.
Oh, thank you.
That hook seems like I'll have fun attacking again.
I'm gonna eat the rest of my food. My 2 food. How much food did we end up with?
I don't know.
That's why I'm asking.
Should have.
Them. I want to
Okay.
ask what food they've got. That's what I'm asking. Did you guys even keep up with your food?
I did, I have
I
3.
used up all of mine. I used up all 4.
Okay, so you have 0 left over. Michael has fucking 3 food. We can have a feast up here.
What did you eat? Did Lug not eat anything?
No, he kept scavenging for fucking food.
Yeah, I started with 3 food and I got 4.
Huggy boy.
Yeah, I was hungry. We all were hungry during that.
I didn't know how deep it was gonna fucking be.
Figure that long. Oh, this is just be a hiking trip. Don't worry.
Okay, where's the
guys.
desert chamber though?
Our crew wading through water. Just because I really like the Giuseppe without an eyebrow.
Alright, is that everything we wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I guess.
Trying to think if there's anything
It's
else.
late. I don't have the capacity, I
that-
don't think.
Yeah,
Is that robot spider still around?
Yeah. It's around.
I'm going to like recruit all of like the cool stuff we found in here.
Well,
Why let
Right.
it go to waste?
guess
You
that'll
know,
be
it's
in.
all like it's not. There's no like danger now. It's all like open. We could just.
There's danger. I'm there.
You know, we'll get a robot. We'll get one of those goo clones.
Plug will finally have his
We
child.
own millions at this point.
No, we don't.
I guess not. Yeah.
Giuseppe,
certainly
we own
saved it.
millions. Rusty, I've got a knife.
I'm
I've
making
got a lot of
millions
knives.
into my boat now. I'm sorry. Even though it's an island,
Rusty
it can't
pulls
move.
out all his knives. Giuseppe.
Giuseppe, I got so many fucking knives. Giuseppe, if you're about to go overthrow Lena, hey,
This is all non-canon.
Giuseppe, Giuseppe, we can't be friends anymore.
This is all non-canon. Giuseppe won't do that. I was just going insane for a second.
Giuseppe, I'm the reason you can't go back to Bollywood.
No. No,
Well,
no. Rusty's my uncle.
yeah, that's right. We also established that. Jokingly.
I think we better end before we lose our minds.
Yeah, we better end
should.
before we start talking about how Rusty's everybody's dad.
And I'm
Okay.
ending my recording.
All right,
Session
good night,
Session was
everybody.
really good. Good night, everyone.
Thanks for joining us.